Giants' turn to try and answer, and here's Saquon Barkley, and he's off to the races. The 30, the 20, Saquon for 6. Deep to right field. Oh, baby. Put it on the scoreboard. The kid has done it again. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening to everybody around the world. Shout out to the fans of Houston. Shout out to the fans of Sacramento. Welcome to another episode of the Lewis Sports Network. It is your boy Lewis coming at you with another live stream with yet another one. We got the Sacramento Kings against the Houston Rockets getting ready for this NBA bubble on this Sunday evening. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing well. Salute to everybody that is in here. Shout out to G Money. He says, salute, Lewis. G Money says the Blazers are up 9 at the half. If they win, the Pelicans and Kings are eliminated. Karan says, G Money, if the Kings lose tonight, they are done. Yo, Lewis, thunder up. Shout out to Karan. Appreciate you. And he says, man, feel a little bit better after Friday's loss. Yeah, I know that was a tough loss for OKC. But getting back to what G Money said, actually, no, G Money, if the Blazers win, the Pelicans are out. But their win doesn't affect Sacramento. If Sacramento doesn't win tonight against Houston, they're done. So their playoff hopes depend on this game. If Houston beats them, it's a wrap for them. You know, it's a wrap. So we're getting ready. The game should be starting, pretty soon. We got the Rockets and Kings again. Salute to everybody. Was pretty busy yesterday, so I didn't get to do any games. I did wanted to do the Clippers and Trailblazers, but couldn't get to do that. I also wanted to do the Suns and Heat. Couldn't do that because, I just had a pretty busy day overall. So, but I am back tonight. And hopefully we have a good game. And Sacramento's playoff lives are on the line, so they need to win this game. If they don't win tonight, it is over for Sacramento. So they have to win. So let's look at the injury update for the Houston Rockets. So we have a small forward by Bruno Caboclo, excuse me. I hope I didn't say that wrong. He has an ankle injury and he's day-to-day, so he's not playing against the Sacramento today. Russell Westbrook has a quad injury. He's also day-to-day. He is not playing today for the Houston Rockets against Sacramento, so Westbrook is out. Eric Gordon is still out with the ankle injury. Mike D'Antoni is hoping that Eric Gordon could come back during seeding. So he's hoping he could try to come back in one of these last two games. Cephalosha is out because he decided he was not going to return to the bubble. And then David Nwaba, he has an Achilles injury. When he signed a 2-year deal with the Rockets on Tuesday, but he has an injury, so he has the Achilles injury, so he's not playing. So the warm-ups are going on. Let me just check the injury update for Sacramento. So for Sacramento, Kent Bazemore is day-to-day. He has a calf injury, so he's not playing against Houston tonight. Rashawn Holmes has a hip injury, so he's out Sunday. And then obviously Marvin Bagley is completely out of the bubble with the foot injury he has, so he's out for the remainder of the season. So it's a lateral foot sprain that Marvin Bagley III has. So right now it says that he's expected to be in a boot for at least 2 weeks. Shout out to Logan. Appreciate you guys coming through again, guys. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure to share this on your social media outlets. Lewis Sports Network giving you Rockets and Kings content for tonight. Tomorrow, make sure to pull up Toronto Raptors against the Milwaukee Bucks. That'll be with me and D. Shout out to Ryan. Appreciate you guys. Again, like the video as you guys come in. Me and D are doing Raptors versus Bucks tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned and make sure to watch that one. So that one should be a good one. It's the number 1 against the number 2 seed. And again, salute to everybody. And he says LBJ is crying again. What was he crying about? What is he crying about? Shout out to Fire Blitz. He says, do you play Madden 20? I don't. I haven't bought a Madden game in quite a while because I just don't like I don't like the gameplay. I really wish the gameplay would be better in Madden. I'm trying to see if I possibly might get Madden 21 this year, but I mean, I used to be a Madden fanatic. Like I would buy the Maddens, especially I feel like the ones in the 2000s for me were better Maddens. I don't play them like they are before. Oh wait, G Money's actually right, Jay, and shout out to Jay coming through. So G Money is right. So if they do, okay, okay. So I see. Again, guys, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network if you're new to the channel. Again, salute to H-Town, Houston, if you are a fan of the Houston Rockets. Also, shout out to Sacktown. Shout out to the people from the 213 as well and all that. If you are from Sacramento, um, if you are a Kings fan. Fire says, how do we get a mod? As long as you're consistently here on the channel, you will get one. Guys like Jay and guys like G Money, they've been here for a while. So I have to give some new mods, by the way. I haven't even done that yet, but I'll do that soon. But yeah, the Kings have their backs against the wall. Yeah. And the Rockets just win the division. They win tonight? Okay. But yeah, Fire Blitz. Yeah. The more I see you on the streams, it won't be long before you get a mod. But shout out to you, Fire Blitz, for coming through. Let's see. Okay, Ryan says he's just making excuses. Well, what was he making excuses about? And Logan says we have to win. Yeah, you got to win. We got to win. Because if you guys don't win, so we are getting ready for the opening tip. Let me just go to NBA.com and make sure to put this up. Here we go. So let me just look at the scores real quick. Again, guys, like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new on the Lewis Sports Network. Truly appreciate you guys for being here. Wow, Portland is in an 8-point game in the third quarter already with these guys. We're gonna check in a second. So we'll be looking at who's starting. But there is no Kent Bazemore, and there's no Rashawn Holmes for Sacramento. They're both out. And for Houston, there's no Russell Westbrook. He's out with a quad injury, so he is day-to-day. And also, there's no Eric Gordon because he's still out with the ankle injury. All right, let's look at the scores real quick. OKC with a huge win over Washington, 121-103. Basley had 23 points and Gallinari chipped in 20. Memphis loses 108-99 to Toronto. Toronto avenges their very bad loss to Boston. The Pelicans lose to San Antonio 122-113. DeRozan had 27 points and JJ Redick had 31 points for the Pelicans. The fact that Brandon Ingram didn't take as many shots was kind of surprising, but Boston wins in overtime. That was actually a very good game between the Celtics and the Magic, 122-119. Tatum had 29 points. Gordon Hayward had 31 for the Celtics. Philadelphia and Portland are in a tight one in the third quarter right now. It's 79-71 with 6:54 remaining in the third quarter. And right now, this is the last game of the – actually, no, this is not the last game. It's Brooklyn and L.A. at 9 o'clock. So the Brooklyn Nets play the L.A. Clippers at 9. Houston and Sacramento is our game right now. So they're just introducing the lineups right now for Sacramento. Shout out to Sports Expert. Appreciate you. Yeah, he was a diamond in the rough. Yeah, they did. They blew the thing is that they have a tough time finishing games. That's the thing. The Magic have a tough time finishing games. Oh, PG-13's not playing tonight? Okay. The Thunder are 5th. Yeah, I know. And hopefully they could keep that spot. We're getting ready to start in just a minute. Again, salute to everybody that's in the chat. Oh, wow. I went all the way to the top. All right. Shout out to Valix. Appreciate you coming through. No, if Portland wins or Sacramento loses, then the Kings are done. Pelicans lost. If Portland wins, then the Pelicans are done too. G Money had it right. No, G Money's right. Yeah, I looked it up. He's right. Yeah, DeRozan's been playing well in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, here are your starting lineups for both teams. For the Rockets, James Harden, Ben McLemore, PJ Tucker, Daniel House, and Robert Covington for Houston. For Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Alex Len, Corey Joseph, and Harrison Barnes. Alex Len is starting for Rashawn Holmes due to the injury. And wait, no, Ken Bazemore usually comes off the bench, but all right, so there is James Harden. I still can't get over the fact that he has that weird hair. It's so weird to me. So weird to me every time I look at James Harden with that hair. All right, man. The Rockets, they have to get off to a strong start. They got to box out the boards. Actually, that's the same thing you could be said for the Sacramento Kings. The Rockets have got to rebound because they're the weakest rebounding team in the bubble, and they got to look to run because the Rockets, obviously, they play small. That 1 versus 8 matchup would be crazy. All right. Officials, Bill Kennedy, Jacqueline Gobley, and Eric Lewis. All right. And the Sacramento Kings have won the tip. All right. So the ball is given to Harrison Barnes by Corey Joseph. Harrison Barnes looking, gives the ball to Corey Joseph, lobs it into Alex Len. Alex Len gets in the post, shoots a hook shot, and can't get the bounce. And rebound is to Robert Covington, who gives the ball to James Harden. James Harden with Corey Joseph on him. Dribbles, right side. Again, smash that like, hit that subscribe for the Lewis Sports Number. Okay, gets a bump screen by Covington. James Harden goes behind the back. It was a poor pass. Covington takes too long to shoot and gets blocked by Bogdanovic. And then McLemore fakes on Alex Len, shoots a three-pointer, knocks it down. 3-0 is the score. De'Aaron Fox comes back down. He dumps it right to Harrison Barnes, being guarded by PJ Tucker, right side of the floor. Then he gives the ball to De'Aaron Fox. Fakes, decides to shoot a left-hand three-pointer right in the face of Covington, but he can't hit. Rebound is to James Harden. All right. So Daniel House Jr. shoots the three-pointer, but he can't hit. Rebound to Harrison Barnes. The Kings come back. Here's Harrison. Gives it to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron, nice bounce pass to Bogdanovic coming to the middle of the floor, and he knocks down the jump shot. Nice play by the Kings. The score is 3-2. Shout out to Ron in the building. Appreciate you. The Kings have got to guard at the perimeter and drive to the basket. Facts. All right, so James Harden has got it. Guarded by Corey Joseph. Top of the key. Gives the ball to Robert Covington, who gives the ball right back to James Harden. Harden stops, hesitates, waits. He lobs it inside to Covington, but Covington, it gets deflected off of Corey Joseph, and the Rockets will retain possession. Early minute of the first quarter, 3-2 is the score. Again, make sure to smash the like as you guys come in. All right, James Harden takes a step back three from the out of bounds and wow, clanks it. And he was claiming that he got fouled. And here comes James Harden already looking for the darn call. Let's see. Let's see the replay if he got hit. If he got hit, then it's a foul. But let's see the replay. Damn, James Harden wants that call, man, badly this early, man. All right, there's Russell Westbrook. Even he's complaining to the ref in street clothes. I gotta be asking, man, who dresses Russell, man? Because some of his outfits are just freaking asinine insane. All right, so the ball is to Corey Joseph. Gives the ball to De'Aaron Fox. Alex Len trying to get position, but he bumps the screen to Bogdanovic. Gives the pass to Corey Joseph, wide open for three, but he can't hit. Robert Covington with the rebound. Gives the ball to James Harden. Here come the Rockets. They bring it a little bit slow. Rockets starting a little half court. All right, so James Harden dribbles, takes the three-pointer, but he can't hit. Offensive rebound to Ben McLemore, gives it to James Harden. Faces a double team, but then gives it out to Covington. They swing the ball. Daniel House has got it. Fakes on De'Aaron. Shoots a three-pointer, but oh my God, terrible. Yeah, that's a yikes miss right there. All right, so James Harden has got it. Harrison Barnes has got it. Dribbles all the way to the left with the basket and lays it up with the right hand. Nice score, and it is now 4-3. Kings with the lead. All right, James Harden's got it. Gets a little bump from Ben McLemore. Gives the ball to Covington, but he misses the three. Here come the Kings right back. Corey Joseph, left to right crossover, kicks it out to De'Aaron, almost loses it out of bounds, gives the ball to Harrison Barnes, drives right. Wow, and floats it with the left hand. Nice play by Harrison Barnes, and the Kings lead 6-3. Really good start. And the ball is deflected out of bounds, but Houston will retain possession, or did they call a foul? Everybody's already asking for De'Aaron Fox to get his hair back already. They're asking for it. They didn't want him to cut his hair, and that's what happened. All right, so we got a miss. Here come the Kings right back. Harrison Barnes takes a step back three, but he can't hit. Oh, nobody boxed out. Corey Joseph gets the offensive rebound. Bogdanovich wants to shoot that three, but he can't, so he has to pass it out. Corey Joseph dribbles, gets into the paint, kicks it out to Bogdanovich. He misses the three. Rebound is to Ben McLemore. Corey Joseph is starting, yes. All right, and so the ball is kicked out to P.J. Tucker for three, but he can't hit. The Rockets are 1 of 8 to start from the field. Alex Len gets fouled. Kings on the break. De'Aaron Fox, beautiful strength and contact. He scores plus the foul, and the Kings ran on that. So there's a three-point play for De'Aaron Fox with a three-point play opportunity. Nice job by the Kings getting in transition off of the miss. So the foul was on Ben McLemore, even though he went straight up. De'Aaron Fox for the three-point play knocks it down. Kings lead 9-3. All right, so here comes Daniel House. I'll be checking the chat in a second. Dribbles all the way to the basket. Nice pass to James Harden for the layup. The score is 9-5. All right, so De'Aaron Fox comes back, dribbles around, comes back to the top, gets a screen from Len, kicks it out to Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph gets it to Len in the post, being guarded by James Harden. This would be interesting. Len, oh, wow, beautiful reverse layup, and Covington late on the help, and it's 11-5. Alex Len should just look for the mismatch inside when he posts up, because the Rockets don't have anybody tall enough to guard him, except for Chandler on the bench. All right, so the ball's given to Harden. Is that Daniel House shooting the three-pointer? No, that was Ben McLemore. My bad. He missed the three, but the ball is stolen by De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron gets it to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich dribbles. He gets stripped in the paint. Oh, wow, what an over-the-shoulder pass to Harrison Barnes. Drives to the middle with the left hand. Beautiful play by Harrison Barnes, and it's a 13-5 Kings lead. This is the third straight game the Kings have gotten off to a good start. Oh, I believe it's the fourth, but we'll see what happens. All right, so James Harden's got it. Harden takes a step back three. He can't hit. Rebound Bogdanovich, taps it to Corey Joseph. Here comes Corey Joseph. Kicks it out to Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes gets into the paint. He can't hit after the bump by P.J. Tucker. Here comes Daniel House. Gives it to James Harden. Good stop by Bogdanovich. Harden bumps him and then tries to lob it. And is the ball off of Sacramento, or is it going to be off of Houston? All right, so we have a timeout. 6:44 remaining early in the first quarter. The score is Sacramento 13 and the Houston Rockets 5 right here on the Lewis Sports Network with 6:44 remaining. Again, salute to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Ron, was good. Logan says, De'Aaron been good for us in the last 3 games. Shout out to Chris Wedge in the building. Appreciate you, my brother. He says, I just dropped by to send a big like before going to bed. Cheers to my brother Lewis. All right, cool. Logan says, was Corey Joseph starting? Yes. Do you think they're going to do suspensions this year in the playoffs? If they come back, do they have to quarantine to come back? I don't know. Ron says, is James one of the best in the NBA? Yes, but he has a hard time watching him play. It's the same with me. Quarantine is 4 days or 10 when they return to the bubble. Kings need to use their size. None, I believe, has the 4-day variety. Shout out to Juanetta Thomas in the building. Appreciate you. What's good? Corey Joseph is a good backup point guard. Yes, he is. All right, salute to Juanetta Thomas, man. Appreciate you. All right, so we're here early first quarter, guys. The score is 13-5. 6:44 remaining in the first quarter between the Houston Rockets and the Sacramento Kings. Again, salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to Sacramento Kings fans everywhere and also to the fans of Houston. The Rockets are already shooting way too many three-pointers. The ball's really not moving. The Kings are doing a good job attacking the basket. They're getting some good shots so far. But again, with Sacramento, the thing is, can they maintain this lead? And we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. And like I said, James Harden, no doubt, is one of the best players in the NBA. The problem that I'm having with him is more so sometimes when I watch him, it's tough. Juanetta says the Kings can beat the playoff teams, but they are not in the playoffs. Things that make you go, It's crazy, right? Some of the things that just make you go, yep. That's a fact. All right, guys. So we are on commercial break. We should be coming back shortly. They're just talking right there in the timeouts. So Draymond Green, not to be off topic from this game, but he got fined $50,000 for tampering on NBA on TNT when he sat with Chuck. I'm surprised Chuck was able to keep his composure, with Draymond Green sitting across from him, taking the place of Shaq, and was campaigning for Devin Booker to come to the Golden State Warriors. I swear, man. All right, man. So MVP candidates: LeBron James, James Harden, Giannis Antetokounmpo. What do you guys think about the MVP candidates with James Harden, Giannis, and LeBron? If you guys want, you guys can go check out my community post on the post that I put about the MVP talk a couple of days ago. Actually, it was yesterday. But, so they have announced the finalists for MVP. And so I already have put that out. So if you guys want to check out the community post, you definitely can. So we are back, guys. Shout out to Joe the Guy. The score is 13-5 in favor of the Sacramento Kings. Again, guys, like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Spurs are tied with the Blazers in the standings after their win of the Pelicans. Yep, I know. Kings usually are a better team at the end of the year and bad at the beginning. I've noticed that. AD and Luka got snubbed. Logan, I got Giannis. All right, so the ball's inbounded to James Harden. Nice dump pass inside of Jeff Green, the veteran, for the score. So the score is 13-7 in favor of the Sacramento Kings. Again, guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new. Like the video as you guys come in. All right, so the ball's given to Bogdan Bogdanovic, who then gives the ball to Harry Giles III, gives the ball to Bogdanovic, shoots a three-pointer, and knocks it down. And the score is 16-7 in favor of the Kings. James Harden gets the ball off the inbound. Corey Joseph is guarding him. Harden gets a slip screen from Jeff Green, but the ball was deflected out of bounds by Sacramento because they recognized Austin Rivers was going to shoot the corner three. So good awareness on the defensive end. But nice three-pointer by Bogdanovic. I remember just a couple of games ago, he couldn't hit the sign of the barn. He only had 3 points against the Dallas Mavericks. I remember that. He went scoreless in regulation, which was crazy. And the only points he scored was in overtime. All right, ball's inbounded to James Harden. He's bumping Corey Joseph, but Corey Joseph gets called for the foul. I see everybody's putting their predictions for like all of the rest of the awards. Okay. All right, so the ball's inbounded to James Harden. James Harden being guarded by Corey Joseph. Here comes Harden. Harden dribbles left, gets to the paint, puts it up, draws a foul. So Harden's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul is on Harry Giles III. So Harden, just in like small little bit of desperation right there, just had to be able to put it up because he got kind of sandwiched in there in the paint. And, fortunately he got fouled, so he was able to go to the line. So he knocks down the first free throw. And second free throw is good. And so the score is now 16-9, 7-point lead. I'll be checking the chat in a second. So Buddy Hield checks into the game, gives the ball to Corey Joseph, gives it to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield dribbles, kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Open, fakes it on James Harden. Wow, faked Harden all the way out of bounds. Buddy Hield gets open for 3, and he drains it, knocks it down. Sacramento off to a 19-9 start. James Harden quickly pushes it up, drives on Corey Joseph, on Bogdanovic, has to kick it out to Daniel House, who then drives left, goes by Bogdanovic, puts it up, and he can't hit. Here come the Kings. Buddy Hield, good extra pass, but the ball was deflected out of bounds. That would have been an easy 3-pointer for the Kings, a wide open one had, it been able to go down. So, wow, and the Sixers and the Blazers are in a tight one, 91-90 in the fourth quarter. All right, nice pass by Buddy Hield, but did he slip or did he trip? Did he trip or did he get tripped? Anyway, no argument for the Kings, so the Kings turn it over. The ball is inbounded to Jeff Green past half court, dribbles all the way with a stutter step, goes for the layup. He scores, and they call an offensive foul on Jeff Green. Wow. Man, that's crazy. So Harry Giles draws the charge. All right, so the Rockets turn it over. Here comes Corey Joseph. Gives the ball to Buddy Hield, who then Giles sets a screen in between two players, gives the ball back to Corey Joseph. Corey goes behind the back on Jeff Green. Nice bounce pass. But the Kings turn it over because that was just a tough pass for Giles to catch, especially when he's that deep on the baseline. So now both teams with 2 turnovers each. James Harden brings the ball up. Goes around on the left, tries to kick it out, and he turns it over. Here comes Bogdanovich. Nice pass to Buddy Hield on the reverse layup. He scores, and the Kings are getting out on the break off the turnovers. They lead 21-9. Houston off to a very slow start. So Austin Rivers brings up the ball. Austin gets open, crosses over right to left on Harry Giles, goes into the paint, can't find anybody, but then finds Jeff Green, who loses it a bit, recovers, gives the ball to James Harden, who then Jeff Green sets a screen. Harden dribbling on Buddy Hield and fouls James Harden at the 3-point line. He should have never smacked him, and he smacked him on the hand. And then, oh, man. Yeah, D is doing another stream, but it's Power of the Mind. I didn't ask him about doing the stream today, so I honestly wasn't even thinking about doing the stream, but I just said, let me just do the Rockets and Kings, since some people are already doing the Brooklyn Nets and the LA Clippers. So I just decided to do this one. But we're coming back tomorrow with the Toronto Raptors against the Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow at 6:30. So make sure you guys pull up for that. James Harden at the free throw line makes the first. He makes the second free throw. 21-11 is the score. We have 4:12 remaining in the first quarter. Again, guys, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. As you can see, the virtual Houston fans, this is just too damn weird, man. Amazing that Adam Silver okayed the season, but I know why he did it. For the money, and everybody wanted sports back. Well, the ones who did. All right, Corey Joseph with the ball. Gives it to Buddy Hield, who then gives the ball to Harry Giles III. Then gives the ball to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield comes off the screen, shoots a 3-pointer, and he drains it. Buddy Hield is on fire, folks. 24-12 is the score. Austin Rivers gets the ball from James Harden, but he can't shoot the 3 because he's being well defended. Austin Rivers fakes, dribbles to the right, gets to the cup, and he scores. 24-14 is the score. 10-point lead. The Kings are off to a great start for the 3rd straight game. I would say the 4th straight game. Gives the ball to Harry Giles III. He posts up PJ Tucker. Tries to go for a turnaround, holds his shot, goes to the left hand, but the ball is short. Rebound to James Harden. Harden dribbles. Oh, but he loses the ball again. Oh, and an outlet pass. And here's a lob and the dunk. Another turnover by the Rockets. 26-14. Sacramento, they score on the break. Austin Rivers with the ball. Dribbles, dances, decides to shoot a step back 3, but he drains it. Okay. All right, so Austin Rivers drains that one, scores 26-17. Here comes Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield crosses over. Oh, crosses over PJ Tucker. Decides to shoot the 3-pointer, and he drains it. Buddy Hield is on fire. It is 29-17. Here comes James Harden. Harden kicks it out to Austin Rivers, who then kicks it out to Jeff Green. Wide open for 3, and he drains it. So both teams giving up open perimeter shots right now. So it's 29-20 right now as a score. 9-point lead for the Kings. Both teams already scoring off the bench. 13 for the Kings, 10 for the Houston Rockets. 29-20. Corey Joseph's got it. Goes into the paint, and he gets fouled. And we have a timeout. That was actually, wow, a good timeout. This was a long time. So we got 2:27 remaining in the first quarter, and the score is 29-20 in favor of the Sacramento Kings. You're watching Rockets versus Kings and also listening right here on the Lewis Sports Network. Make sure to smash that like. And also hit that subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network. Let me see if that's Michael Frazier. Yes, that was Michael Frazier who just checked in for the Houston Rockets. And then let me just check Sacramento really quick. Again, salute to everybody in the chat. Harden, all he does is complain for the refs. Logan has said, who was my coach of the year? It's 2 guys. Nick Nurse or Billy Donovan. I think what they both have done they both have done a terrific job. So that's who are my coaches of the year. This is why I think the Thunder can knock the Rockets off in the playoffs. I have trouble even recognizing De'Aaron Fox with a regular haircut. Yeah, it's crazy. My daily routine, watching the NBA streams and listening to the commentary of Lou or Dio, the tandem of the two. Appreciate that. So yeah, my coach of the year, is definitely my coach of the year is Nick Nurse. But I can see why you would give it to Billy Donovan too, because the fact that you have Chris Paul, you get him traded from Houston, and then you're thinking to yourself, they're going to be a lottery team. It happens. They're not consistent, and I believe OKC definitely could knock them out. My issue with the Rockets is really more so defensively, and then the decision-making by both Harden and Westbrook. That's what concerns me. But, I mean, yeah, they do have firepower with the three ball, but it's going to have to be if those guys get hot. See? Again, shout out to Brandon. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, so the consistency with Houston is that they haven't been able to really click on all cylinders probably like all season. So that's kind of the thing that I'm a little bit worried about with them. Wow, they're showing Gail Benson, Jody Allen, Portland Trailblazers. Is this another Black Lives Matters commercial? I'm just wondering. I'm probably thinking it might be that. All right, we got 227 remaining in the first quarter. Score is 29-20. Getting ready for these guys to check in. Let me just see. Wait, I was supposed to click on Sacramento and I didn't do it. Wow. All right. So who checked in? Was that Daquan Jeffries? No, that's not Jeffries. All right, Russell Westbrook and James Harden right now, they lead the NBA in scoring at 61.7 points per game and 14.6 assists as a tandem. And this is they're the top teammates to do that with, as James Harden gets a break. Yeah, the Blazers-Sixers game is a close one. I didn't think it would get that close, but I thought Portland was going to run away with that one with the way the Sixers were playing, but it's a pretty tight game. Again, guys, smash the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe. I appreciate that, Toby. All right, so the ball's given to De'Aaron Fox. Dribbles all the way to the basket. Wow, where was the defense? And Michael Frazier just let him get all the way to the cup, and it's 31-20. Kings with an 11-point first quarter lead. Okay, lady. I know you're with the Houston Rockets, Kaylee Griffin, but can we get to the action? Thank you. So Austin Rivers gives it to Jeff Green. Jeff Green dribbles, but he turns it over. That's the Rockets' fifth turnover of the quarter. So De'Aaron Fox has got it. Gives it to Buddy Hield. Fakes. Nice lob. Beautiful lob pass by Buddy Hield to Harry Giles III. And the Kings are up 13. That would be a bad loss for the Blazers if they lose that game to Philly because they were up 17 points. All right, so Jeff Green gives the ball to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers shoots the three-pointer, knocks it down. So Austin Rivers with he's got 8 points in the first quarter. 33-23 is the score. Rivers is 3 for 3. The Rockets are already 4 of 15. Sacramento's 4 of 8. But that's because also Sacramento's scoring on the break, and they're scoring inside in the half court using the size. And we got an offensive foul on Harry Giles III as Bielitsa checks in. Oh, that's Daquan Jeffries. Okay, so that's what that. Oh, so that was him. Okay. Anyway, Austin Rivers has got it. 120 remaining in the first quarter. 32-23 is the score. And Ben McLemore comes off a screen, but he misses the three. And Jeff Green tries to save it, but it's Covington, tried to save it, but it's another turnover for the Rockets. That's turnover number 6 for Houston. De'Aaron Fox, he's got it. Wow, he dribbles all the way down the court. Man, it's De'Aaron fast. Wow, dribbles all the way to the cup. Shoots it, but he can't hit. Jeffries tried to dunk the ball, but mistimed his jump a little bit, and the ball came off the rim. Jeff Green has got it. Swings it to Michael Frazier. Gives the ball to Ben McLemore. Then gives it back to Covington. Covington shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. Bielitsa can't reach that rebound because the ball was too long, far apart. Rivers has got it. Drives on him, but Rivers loses the ball off his foot. Another Houston Rockets turnover. Turnover number 7. All right, Buddy Hield has got it. Buddy Hield crosses over. Oh, nice spin move by Buddy Hield. Nice pass to Jeffries. Kicks it out to Bielitsa. Shoots a deep three, but he knocks it down. Another three-pointer for the Kings. That's their fifth of the quarter. They lead 36-23. Rivers and Green have 13 points off the bench while the rest of the Houston starters have 10. So Rivers gets the ball wide open, shoots a three-pointer, but the ball spins in and out for his first miss. Rebound to Quan Jeffries. He then gives the ball to Buddy Hield, who then gives the ball to De'Aaron Fox. All right, so he's going to hold it for the last shot. The Kings have the last shot. The Kings have played very well in the first quarter. Hopefully they don't get away from what they're doing. Okay, here we go. De'Aaron Fox dribbles. Oh, wow. Gets into the paint, shoots a step, and he cannot hit the shot. That De'Aaron took way too much time. Way too much time. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first quarter, Kings are off to a very hot start. The score is 36-23. Kings with a 13-point lead. Make sure to smash that like and hit that subscribe as you guys come in. And Philly right now looks like they're winning 100-99 in the fourth quarter with 7:54 remaining. So the Blazers blew the lead. It better be Dame time if the Blazers are going to win this game. Come to find out, Billy Donovan is a better coach than I thought he was. The loss of Westbrook and getting CP3 allowed him to coach the team the way he likes. That's the problem. He really didn't have control of the team. Now he can really implement what he really wants to do, what he had wanted to do for the years that he's been coach there. Let me ask y'all a question. People have talked about Dame not being denied. It's Dame time and this and that. But do you personally guys think that Dame is a clutch playoff performer, or is Dame a little bit overrated when it comes to his playoff numbers? That's an interesting question I had to ask. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. So it's 36-23 in favor of the Sacramento Kings. They have a 13-point lead over the Houston Rockets in the first quarter. No Russell Westbrook. He is out with a quad injury. There's no Kent Bazemore. He's out. No Richaun Holmes. He's also out. Eric Gordon is out with the ankle injury, so he's out. Just giving you guys a couple of updates on the players that are injured for this game. Again, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network as you guys come in. Share on your social media outlets. Giving you Houston Rockets against the Sacramento Kings. And coming up next, in terms of the last game, so we have 7 games on the schedule today. It'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at 9 p.m. is the time. Also, that's right, Marvin Bagley III. Everybody knows that he's pretty much out. So, with his foot injury that he has, it's a lateral foot sprain. Juanetta says that she feels that Billy Donovan should be the coach of the year. I would not be mad if he got it, and I think he definitely deserves the award with what he's been through with his past Thunder teams, and then to get Chris Paul, who was expected to be, for a team that was expected to be a lottery team, and for him to be able to, get them to the 5th spot along with Chris Paul's leadership and the guys playing all well. They're playing as a team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing well in his second season. Now, definitely, they have done a great job with OKC being able to get the 5th spot in the playoffs. And it's a shame that he doesn't give MVP consideration. And Luka Doncic not getting it neither. I know that those guys are candidates, but I think that those guys have stronger cases. And I'm not trying to hate on James Harden. And like I said, go check out my community post if you guys haven't seen it on my thoughts on the MVP finalist between LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and James Harden. So when it says on Dame, no comment. Clippers Nation. Sixers are a half game off of the Pacers and the Heat. Eric Gordon was actually practicing Tried to see if he could give it a go, but he's missed his 5th game straight with his ankle injury. So there is Eric Gordon right there. Oh yeah, he's wearing that face covering. I might have to get myself one of those. I need to get myself one of those. All right, guys, smash the like, hit that subscribe. We're getting ready for the second quarter. Shout out to AJ Marshall. He says Lucas should be in the discussion. I agree. Check out the community post I put, guys. All right, so Ben McLemore pump fakes, tries a Euro step, but he actually traveled, but they call a foul right before that. And Harrison Barnes is saying that he cleared out with his arm trying to get into the paint, but they won't call it. Oh, yeah, I know what he did at the end of the game. McLemore gets wide open, shoots a three-pointer, and he knocks it down, scores 36-26. Buddy Hield brings the ball up. De'Aaron Fox, wow, he's actually playing the start of the second quarter. All right, gives it to Bielitsa. And give it nice play by Jeffries, cutting to the curls to the middle, cuts to the basket, scores on the layup. 38-26 is the score. And the Rockets are getting killed in the paint, 22-6. They got to improve their interior defense. Austin Rivers gets to the cup. He scores. He's got 10 points, and it's 38-28, 10-point game. Smash the like and that subscribe. Here comes De'Aaron Fox. Austin Rivers, 4 for 5 from the field with 10 points. All right, Buddy Hield shoots a three-pointer, but we got an offensive foul, so the Kings turn it over. No disrespect to Luka. He shouldn't be in the conversation for most improved player. Oh, no, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that one, too. It's crazy how you go from rookie of the year to then also most improved player. Yeah, he shouldn't be in the conversation. I do agree with that. MVP, yes. All right, Austin Rivers put in the move, crosses over, gives the ball to Michael Frazier, knocks down the three-pointer. 38-31 is the score. All right, so the ball is given to Daquan Jeffries. He shoots a three-pointer, and he knocks it down. Daquan Jeffries has got 7 points off the bench. He's playing well. All right, Austin Rivers comes back. Decides to take a step back three on Bielitsa, and he knocks it down. Rivers on fire. He's got 13 points, and it's a 7-point game, 41-34. Houston cut the lead just like that. Already 11 in the quarter, and De'Aaron Fox dribbles, gets into the paint, and he draws a foul. Logan says, I think the Kings should move Buddy to the starting lineup, move Bogdan to the bench or to the 3. I would say move Bogdan to the bench because he's been very ineffective as a starter in the bubble. It's like I like Buddy Hield. He's got some talent, but my issue with Buddy Hield is his shot selection. And it's like even when it's not going down, he'll still he's got the ability to drive to the basket. Get yourself going there before you start just shooting all these jump shots. But when he struggles, he becomes a liability. All right, so De'Aaron hits both free throws. All right, 43-34. Rockets shooting 42%. Sacramento shooting a blistering 68% from the field. Austin Rivers gets Bielitsa, crosses over, and he draws a foul. Austin Rivers has been very aggressive in this game. Give him a lot of credit. He's about to get points 14 and 15 if he can at the free throw line. He's playing very well right now. He had 10 in the first quarter. Actually, no, he had 8 in the first quarter. He's already got 5 in the second quarter. So Austin Rivers going off. Karam says the Thunder play the Suns tomorrow. Rivers knocks down the free throw. 43-35 is the score. He's got. So Jace Harden talking with Ben McLemore right there as he stands up. Karam says the Thunder play the Suns tomorrow. Yep, they play at 2:30. Juanetta says, okay, she should give the Suns their first loss. They should. Rivers misses the second free throw. So it is 43-35 as the score. De'Aaron Fox brings the ball up. Gives the ball to Harrison Barnes, who then gives the ball to Daquan Jeffries. Then De'Aaron Fox gets it back. Dribbles, gives it to Buddy Hield coming off a screen, shoots a three-pointer while he airballed it. Wow. Austin Rivers gets the basketball, gives the ball to McLemore, comes off, shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. Bielitsa with the rebound. Gives the ball to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, beautiful spin move by Fox. Gets the contact, no foul call, but he gets the basket. 45-35 is the score. All right, Austin Rivers brings it back up. Gives the ball to Jeff Green. Austin Rivers gets it back. Being guarded by Buddy Hield. They switch off with De'Aaron Fox. Gives it to Robert Covington. Drives right. Goes into the paint. Shoots a floater up, but he can't hit. Off the glass, doesn't hit the rim. Buddy Hield passes it to Bielitsa. Pulls up for a deep three, but the ball hits the back, hits off off the glass, in and out. Loose ball, Austin Rivers has got it. Austin dribbles, kicks it out to Jeff Green. We got a cut by McLemore, but then an open Michael Frazier shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit the shot. Buddy Hield gives it to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox calling for it. They give it to Buddy Hield. Screen by Bielitsa. Bielitsa comes back with another screen. Gives it to Bielitsa. Shoots a deep three, but he airballs this one and the ball goes out of bounds. Bielitsa has to stop shooting deep threes. He's shooting way too many of them. And I know he can stretch the floor and he can shoot it, but he's got to stop shooting them. It's one of the reasons why the Kings always get themselves, it's part of the reason why the Kings always get themselves into droughts when they start to settle for shots that they know that they're not hitting, and then they just stop choosing to attack the basket. Because if you look at this game right now, they have 26 points in the paint. They look like they're on their way to 50 to 60 points in the paint. They just got to keep it up. It's what's helped them get their lead, and they're getting very good three-point shots. Oh yeah, tomorrow's game is a big game for both teams. But for the Thunder and the Suns, those are big games. Those are very big games. Guys, if you haven't, smash the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network. Houston Rockets against the Sacramento Kings in the bubble. Wow, and Joel Embiid actually got injured. He got injured in this game. So he did not return he's not returning with an ankle injury. This is not good for the Sixers. You lose Ben Simmons for the rest of the season with a knee injury because he has to get surgery on his knee. But now Joel Embiid is out with an ankle injury. That's tough. That's tough for Philadelphia right now. No, the Kings are going to the basket. It's really more so Bielitsa, though. It's a big game for both teams, yeah. No, the Kings are going to the basket. It's more so Bielitsa with him shooting the threes because Sacramento, for the most part, they've already been attacking the basket. So that hasn't been a problem, G-Money. It's Bielitsa when he just shoots those deep threes. I'm like, there's no need for him to always do that. Yeah, I get mad at Bielitsa shooting from Dame range. He can shoot, but not too far, man. He don't got that range extender. Like Bielitsa, he's a big guy. So against a team like the Houston Rockets, you should be in the post. And if you're gonna shoot from three, just shoot a little bit above the 3-point line. Not deep threes like your Dame or Steph Curry. Like you're not any of those players. Like, forget trying to do that. Just continue to play your game. Because you have to remember something, Bielitsa. Like, you guys lose this game, you're done. And then if Portland wins, you're done too. All right, so we're looking at the legendary Hakeem Olajuwon, drafted number 1 in the 1984 draft. This is part of the Houston's broadcast. So his career profile: 2-time NBA Finals MVP, regular season MVP in 94, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 12-time All-Star, all-time leader in blocks. And he did this at 6'10", folks, 3,830. He went into the Hall of Fame in 2008. Sam Bowie, Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins was the 4th pick in the draft. Albert Roberson was 7th. Barkley was 5th. Otis Thorpe, John Stockton 16th. Jerome Kersey 47th. Michael Cage 14th. Kevin Willis was the 11th pick in the 84 draft. Oh, wow. All right, so we're back, guys. I'll be checking the chat in a second. PJ Tucker gives the ball to James Harden, then gives the ball to McLemore. He can't hit the three. Wow, PJ Tucker went over the top. Did he get injured? I don't know. All right, so Harrison Barnes gives the ball to Corey Joseph. They swing it. De'Aaron Fox open for 3, but he airballs it. James Harden dribbles all the way, takes it to the basket, tries to kick it out, almost turned it over. Michael Frazier dribbles, kicks it out. Ben McLemore for 3, and he drains it. And the score is 45-38, 7-point game for the Sacramento Kings. So De'Aaron Fox comes right back. He's bringing the ball up. He gives it to Corey Joseph, who gives it right back to De'Aaron Fox, then gives the ball to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield dribbles left, goes into the paint. Nice pass and cut by Jeffries, but he gets fouled on the back. The Kings are running good action right now. That's right. Rick Carlisle was in the 84 draft also. That's right. Logan says De'Aaron needs to develop an outside jumper. I don't want him to end up like Derrick Rose. Well, actually, Derrick Rose has actually reinvented himself because Derrick Rose actually does have an outside shot. He improved his shooting even in the 2011 season. The thing with Derrick Rose was he used a lot of like athleticism, and when he used a lot of athleticism, he got injured. Especially when Derrick would always put pressure like on the floor with his legs, to try to create a crossover. All right, so Jeffrey's at the line. He's made the first one. Here's his second one. He knocks that down, and the score is 47-38. All right, so James Harden brings it up. Gets a screen from McLemore, dribbles all the way to the basket, kicks it out to McLemore, shoots a three-pointer, and he drains another one. McLemore is on fire. He's got 3 threes in the second quarter, 6-point game, 47-41. All right, De'Aaron Fox has got it. De'Aaron crosses, gets in the paint. Wow, Jeffries just came running off a screen, and he was wide open. Oh, but he can't get the bounce. Michael Frazier's lucky that he missed a shot. All right, here comes James. Dribbles, gets to the basket, and he can't hit the shot. But he gets his own rebound. Oh, no, Corey Joseph's got it. Corey Joseph goes. He gets bumped, gives it to Harrison Barnes, goes up to the basket, lays it up. He scores, plus the foul. Nice aggressive move by Harrison Barnes. And the score is now 49-41. Foul is on P.J. Tucker. Yeah, I don't know what P.J. Tucker's complaining about. He fouled him. Yeah, bro hit him on the leg. I don't know how these players complain when they obviously foul. It's ridiculous. Harrison Barnes with the free throw is good, and the Kings go back up by 9. 50-41 is the score. Ball is inbounded to Daniel House Jr. And, okay, I thought they called a timeout, but no, they just slowed it up a bit. So the ball's given to P.J. Tucker, then given to James Harden. Covington is coming to set a screen, but can't. So he just flashes, goes to the middle of the floor in the paint. James Harden is one-on-one with Corey Joseph, attacks the rack. Bogdanovich comes on to help. And James Harden makes the layup. And then, oh, wow, check it out. He makes the basket plus the foul. So the foul is going to be on Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich was well outside, but yeah, he was still moving. And then he tried to, that's a foul. That's a blocking foul. So Harden knocks down he knocks down the field goal, and he has a chance for a 3-point play. So the score now is 50-43, 7-point lead. All right, so the free throw was made by James Harden. Score is 50-44. So McLemore, Austin Rivers getting it done, along with Jeff Green off the bench. All right, so the ball is dumped to Harrison Barnes in the paint, kicks it out to Bogdanovich for 3, can't hit. Here comes James Harden. Harden passes it to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers, he's got Harrison Barnes on him. It goes right around him. Oh, what a pass to Covington. Tries to throw it down, and he gets fouled in the face by Alex Len. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The Sixers are helping the Kings right now, and they are trying to catch the Pacers and Heat in the process. For these current players being so athletic and have a lot of technology, they get injured more than the old school players. Ron says, nice cut by Covington. Got hit in the face right there on that dunk. But nice play by Rivers on that beautiful shovel pass in the paint. Wrap around shovel. Dame's reputation as a clutch player in the playoffs is a little overrated. It's just that he hits some memorable shots, but not as many as people think, and he's had some subpar series. And the thing is also, he's been outplayed by point guards in the series. Covington misses the free throw. From the best to the last, which draft changed the course of the NBA for the better? 84, 87, 96, 2003, or 2011? That's a good question. Robert Covington knocks down the second free throw, scores 50-45, 5-point game. All right, Corey Joseph has got it. Sets a screen by Alex Len, gives the ball to Alex Len, the ball was given to Alex Len from Bogdanovich. The ball was deflected, but the ball goes out of bounds, and Sacramento gets to keep the ball. We got 5:49 remaining in the first half. Scores 50-45. Nice, good defense by Robert Covington on that last play. All right, so Harrison inbounds it, gives the ball to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron has not sat yet. What is Luke? De'Aaron takes a step back three. That's not a good shot by De'Aaron. All right, so Harrison Barnes gets the offensive rebound, but he loses the basketball. So the Kings turn it over. Here come the Houston Rockets. James Harden dribbles, takes a step back three on Bogdanovich, and he knocks it down. And ladies and gentlemen, it is a 2-point game. 50-48 is the score. The Kings led by as many as 15. It is a 2-point game. We are down to 2. Right now, late in the fourth quarter, Blazers are up 116-114 with 2:53 remaining in that fourth quarter. But yeah, guys, they just cut it. Hold on, G Money. Are you doing the game or I'm doing the game? Because yeah, we got 5:29 remaining in the first half, man, and the score is 50-48 in favor of the Sacramento Kings. They're only up by 2. Well, De'Aaron Fox just took a terrible shot. He settled for that step back jumper when there was no need to do that. That's the problem with Sacramento. It's like they execute really well, and then all of a sudden they just forget how to play in the next quarter. It just happens with this team. And I know players have to take responsibility and hold themselves accountable for how they play on the court. But Luke, I don't know what Luke is telling these guys, but it's not getting through their heads right now. Once Derrick Rose figured out how to reinvent himself after the injuries robbed him of his athleticism in a way, he became a better player. I mean, Derrick Rose is still athletic, but you don't see Derrick putting pressure on his body just to execute moves. Like, you're really seeing a more intelligent Derrick Rose, what he's doing with his body. He's really slowed himself down in terms of how he plays the game. You can see many things when you slow the game down that you can't see when you're going full speed. And that's what Derrick Rose has learned over time and how to better take care of his body. And that's why Derrick Rose is, been able to reinvent himself and, is playing well into this half of his career now. And needs to remember, Derrick Rose turns 31 in October. So he's only still 30 years old. That's crazy, right? He's still athletic, but he's not in his athletic prime. And that's because Rose has really changed his game from what it was in his days in Chicago. Once again, salute to everybody in the chat. ISO Joe is the most clutches. Are you talking about Joe Johnson? Okay, that's what I think about when you say ISO Joe. All right, so the players are returning onto the court. So we got a 2-point game. 50-48 is the score. Oh, okay. Paul George turns 30 this year. Jeff Green in 10 minutes. 2 for 2 from the field. He has 5 points. Rivers has 14. As they continue to show Jeff Green, I'm like, okay, man, we get it. That's him. So the ball is inbounded to Corey Joseph. Wow, De'Aaron Fox has played this entire first half. De'Aaron Fox has got the basketball. He gets it from Corey Joseph, dribbles left, gives the ball to Bogdanovich, fakes, drives left, switches right, takes a jump shot, misses the shot. It was a tough shot, tough angle. All right, rebound to Robert Covington, who gives it to James Harden. The Rockets can tie the game or take the lead right here. Harden gets a screen, wanted to shoot it. A nice give and go with PJ Tucker. It has to, wow, that's a terrible lob pass, but luckily Austin Rivers was able to save it. 8 on the shot clock. Rivers dribbles, gets into the paint, fakes, up and under move. Beautiful move by Austin Rivers. Good footwork. He's got 16 points, and we're tied at 50. Corey Joseph Bogdanovich saves the ball, almost a turnover, and they turn it over. The Kings turn it over. Bounce pass by James Harden. Nice job by Austin Rivers bringing the ball back out. He's got 16 points. James Harden clears out. They're going with a 1-4 set. Dribbles, and Harden gets called for the offensive foul for pushing off on Harrison Barnes. And the Kings have blown another double-digit lead in the bubble, and they're in a tie game. We're tied at 50, guys. But there's still plenty of time in this game. Ron says ISO Joe was kind of fun to watch. Houston on a 9-0 run. Why isn't De'Aaron Fox, getting a breather? I'm surprised he's playing all these minutes. All right, so he's giving the ball to Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes drives right on Daniel House, shoots a jump shot, and can't get the bounce. And the Rockets can take the lead. They can retake the lead. All right, so Harden bumps, shoots a three, but he can't hit on Bogdanovich. The Kings can go back up on this possession. Here comes De'Aaron Fox, dribbles the basketball. He almost went for another step back. Harrison Barnes. Terrible shot. Misses the shot. Here come the Rockets. All right, James Harden with a pass to Covington, and he lays it up and in, and the Rockets retake the lead 52-50. Kings only have 14 points in the second quarter. All right, Corey Joseph has got it. The Rockets are 10 of 16. Sacramento's 4 of 14. Oh, wow. And the Kings that was just a lazy pass by Corey Joseph. And the Kings turn it over. So in the hands of Daniel House. Gives it to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers dribbles, takes a step back three, and he drains it. Austin Rivers has got 19 first half points, and the Rockets have a 5-point lead. 55-50 is the score. Austin Rivers has made 4 out of 5 from three-point range, playing very well. De'Aaron gives it to Harrison Barnes, then gives it to Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph dribbles all the way to the basket, kicks it out. They move it. De'Aaron Fox open for three, and he drains it. So the score is now 55-53 is the score in the second quarter. Under 3 remaining, about to reach the 2.5-minute mark in the first half. The Kings got off to a hot start, but they're struggling from 3 now, 7 of 18. PJ Tucker in the corner, open for 3. That's the Rockets' 30th three-point attempt in the first half, 11 of 30 for them. All right, so De'Aaron gives it to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich dribbles left, gives it to Alex Len, gives it to De'Aaron Fox. Then they give it to Harrison Barnes, dribbles left. Almost lost it out of bounds. Bogdanovich recovers. Sets a screen by Alex Len. Comes ball off. Can't find anybody. Oh, and he throws a pass over the head of Corey Joseph, and the Kings turn it over again. Shout out to Edwin. Appreciate you coming through. The score is 55-53. The Rockets are up by 2. Sacramento was up by as many as 15, but they blew the lead in the second quarter. Clay Pro says the Rockets may win the chip. Well, that's your opinion, Clay Pro. I don't think that's going to happen. That's just me, though. All right, so Daniel House has got the basketball. Gives the ball to Austin Rivers, who then gives the ball to James Harden. James Harden dribbles, and he draws the foul. Edwin says his Celtics had a good game today. Yeah, it's crazy because they actually it was a big win for Boston because that would have been a very difficult loss for them because they were up by double digits and then they blew the lead. But then the Magic blew the lead late in the game when they were up 5. But that was a big win for Boston. Huge win for the Boston Celtics. And shout out to Gordon Hayward and Jason Tatum. Tatum with 29 and then Gordon Hayward with 31. James Harden at the free throw line makes the first free throw. Score is 56-53. 3-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Oh, it's Ultimate Champ. You changed name. Oh, you just changed name? Oh, okay, I got you. All right, so he makes both free throws. Harden has got 15 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds at the first half. Score is 57-53. All right, so De'Aaron Fox gives the ball to Daquan Jeffries, who then gives it to Corey Joseph, gives it right back to De'Aaron. Bogdanovich almost travels, but was able to pass it to De'Aaron just late in the moment right there. He's got PJ Tucker on him, drives on him, takes it to the rack, and he scores. That's what De'Aaron has to do, take the ball to the basket. And the score is 57-55, so we got a tight game, 2-point game. All right, James Harden has got it, puts the ball between his legs, dribbles, takes it all the way to the basket with the Euro step, and he gets the roll. 17 first half points for James Harden. The Rockets lead 59-55. All right, so Bogdanovich has got it. gives the ball to Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph gives the ball to Bogdanovich. Gets a screen from Harry Giles III. He's telling him to clear out. He's got PJ Tucker on him while crosses over. Shoots it with the right hand. Can't get the bounce, but he does draw the foul with 50 seconds remaining under a minute. And the score is now still 57-55. He'll go to the free throw line to try to tie this game up. You think the Rockets will make it to the Western Conference Finals? So look, Edwin says we always have a bid lead. Clay Pro, do you look at this basketball team? My issue, the reason with the Rockets why I don't trust them, it's their two stars, James Harden and Russell Westbrook and Mike D'Antoni. I've been consistent with this for the longest. There's a reason why I said it. I don't trust those three. I want those guys to win so that the media would stop hating on these guys. But when I watch them play, they're too predictable in their play style. That tells me that they're going to win a title. And Mike D'Antoni can't go to another game plan. I've been consistent with that. That's why I don't feel like the Rockets are going to win. If they can do it, kudos to them. I just don't think they're going to do it. James Harden takes a step back three. Wow, way too far out of his range. We missed it. Robert Covington on the offensive rebound puts it in, and the score is 61-56 in favor of the Houston Rockets. 5-point lead for them. All right, I'm going to look at the rest of the chat in a second. All right, so we got 9 on the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox dribbles. He loses the basketball. Harry Giles III gets it. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul. Daquan Jeffries recovers it, but he misses the three-pointer. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Houston with the ball. James Harden crosses over. Chris kicks it out. Daniel House just heaves it up, but he can't hit on an ugly three-point shot, but that was deflected by Sacramento. So that is the end of the first half. Sacramento with a 36-point bomb in the first quarter. The problem is they allowed 38 points in the second quarter, so the defense was not great. Houston started knocking down their threes in the second. So at the end of the first half, the score is Houston 61, Sacramento 56, right here on the Lewis Sports Network. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's see. Well, in order for the Clippers to play the Rockets, Clay Pro, the Rockets are going to have to get that 3rd seed. And right now, Denver is the 3 seed. The Rockets are currently, 6th in the West? Because or is it the Utah Jazz? So, yeah, tomorrow's games, Mavericks and Jazz at 3, OKC against the against the Suns at 2:30. We got the Raptors and the Bucks, which is what me and D will be doing at 6:30. And then the Pacers and the Heat at 8 o'clock. I really hope Jimmy Butler can play because that would be great. If the Rockets meet the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, the Rockets will be NBA champions. Let me look at the NBA standings, depending on how things go, because I got to see how these play out, because something doesn't make sense with some of you guys and what you're saying, because, okay, let me go to the West. So we have 2 to 3 games left, correct? Now, here's the thing. The Rockets are going to play the Thunder in the first round. The problem is they're not going to be able to face the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, Clay Pro, because they face the Lakers in the second round if both teams advance. If both teams advance, the Clippers are going to face the Nuggets. That's going to be a tough matchup for the Clippers. The Lakers will play the Rockets in the second round if both teams advance. If the Thunder knock off the Rockets in the first round, they'll play the Lakers. Yeah, but it's not going to happen, Clay Pro, because you got to look at the seeding. The Rockets can't meet the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. If the Rockets' best shot to face them, they would have to get that 3rd spot. And right now they actually trail the Denver Nuggets by 2 games. They trail by 2 games. The Rockets are 43-25, and the Nuggets are 46-24. And by the way, because the Jazz have been losing, they're 43-27. The Thunder have an opportunity to grab that 4 spot. Yeah, so the thing is, your best shot would have to be probably Rockets and Clippers in the Western Conference Finals, but that's if those 2 teams do meet. The Trailblazers won the game. Well, that's a tough loss, because now with them winning, the Kings and the Pelicans are pretty much finished. So Sacramento and Sacramento and the Pelicans are both eliminated. Well, no, the Lakers are not Golden State. Edwin says, who do you think takes the 8th seed? Oh, no, I'm going with Portland. I think they're going to take the 8th spot. I think they're going to take the 8th spot. I think so. And the thing is, they would play the Lakers in the first round. And if you look at the stories in that, the Lakers, I think, are going to be playing the Portland Trailblazers. I just think so. Man. And the thing is, if you look at the Pelicans, they played a lot of these games. The Suns are looking really good right now. They may have a shot. I think they'll get their first loss against the Thunder tomorrow. Yeah. That'd be tough. If Portland takes out the Lakers, that'd be crazy. And the thing is, I look at Portland's team, they can probably do it because Gary Trent is playing great. Portland has their bigs back. AJ Marshall says most likely Portland versus San Antonio, 8 versus 9 seed in the in-game tournament. And besides, if you look at the way Memphis is in the free fall right now. The Blazers will beat the Nets. They just cannot take the Nets lightly. The Mavericks are going to be, I think they could beat the Mavericks too, because it's like I said before, it's going to be tough for the Blazers, but I think they can beat the Mavericks. Depends on who they're resting, G-Money. Yeah, the Blazers won. Well, the thing is, there's no Joel Embiid. He ended up leaving the game with an ankle injury, so he didn't return. Ben Simmons is obviously gone with the knee surgery that he's going to have. So you lose your two best players. And the Sixers, they don't really have the perimeter depth for me to contend for an NBA championship. They got size, but they don't have the perimeter. They don't have the perimeter depth to be able to compete. Lillard had 51 today. Let's put a bet on that, Clay Pro mod spot. If both Lakers and Mavs make it to the Western Conference Finals and the Rockets win, then I lose a mod spot. Same for you if the Lakers beat the Rockets. So Simmons and Embiid are out. Well, Embiid got injured in this game. I don't know how long he's going to be out. Simmons is pretty much gone for the rest of the season. Embiid, I don't know. He might be a day-to-day. Hopefully his ankle injury isn't too serious. But Simmons, he's out for the rest of this bubble and the playoffs. So he's done. Ryan says Lillard the killer. Well, I mean, after that game against the Clippers, I mean, they were saying that Lillard was probably going to go off, and he did. So he ended up doing it. From what you guys are telling me, he had 51 points. All right, let's go to the first half stats, everybody, for the matchup. All right, so the Rockets put up a 38 spot in the second quarter. Look, Sacramento's biggest lead was 13. I said 15, but it was 13. Rockets was 5. We had 2 lead changes, 1 tie. Okay, rebounding. The Rockets are actually out-rebounding Sacramento. 22-18. They got 5 offensive rebounds. The Kings have shared the ball very well with 15 assists. But they have 8 turnovers, so do the Rockets. Both teams are terrible at turning over the ball. Not much, to be said there. The Kings are shooting 52% and a half, 45% from 3. Through the first quarter, they were shooting 68%. But they started to take some bad shots in the second quarter, from middle to the second quarter on. And that's why they struggled. And now Houston is up because they got hot in the second quarter. The Rockets are 11 of 32 from 3 at 34%, while the Kings are 7 of 18 at 38.9%. 87% for the Kings at the line, 83 for the Rockets. The Rockets have attempted 4 more free throws. And if we look at the box score for the Houston Rockets, we have Ben McLemore, James Harden, Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers leads all scores from both teams with 19 first half points. Harden's got 17. And Ben McLemore, who also got hot in the second quarter, had 12. For Sacramento, we have De'Aaron Fox with 14. We have Buddy Hield with 11. And Daquan Jeffries got 9 along with Harrison Barnes. And those are pretty much your first half stats, ladies and gentlemen. Clay Pro says, truthfully, if I'm building a team, I would pick Lillard over Anthony Davis. G Money, Dame destroyed the Sixers. Nurkic hit 2 big free throws to close the game out. Clay Pro, we know you back out. Money bets, man. Made it easy for you with no money. Lakers, Rockets. Yeah, man. Like I said, if the Rockets make it to the Western Conference Finals, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised because last year they were expected to go there with the Kevin Durant injury. They didn't get it done. 2018, they almost got to the NBA Finals. They almost got there. They were close. They were very, 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 very close. But the problem is D'Antoni didn't make adjustments, and the Rockets just kept shooting threes, and their legs were tired. And it's like they didn't try to do anything different. Clay Pro says that I have a feeling Anthony Davis might be the next Sam Bowie. Greatest team ever assembled? Nah, you can't say it like that, Clay Pro. Curry, Draymond, and Clay were all drafted. They were all drafted. That's almost saying like if Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson were all free agents and they all decided to play together. That's not. I don't call that. That's not assembled. All of those guys are homegrown. All of those guys are homegrown. Ron says the way that Trent is playing right now, he gives Portland the reliable third scorer that they've always needed. Melo has played pretty well, but Trent has been more consistent. No, Trent is balling right now. The way that Trent is shooting the basketball, playing with a lot of confidence, getting Nurkic and Zach Collins back, that definitely helps. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, Clay Pro. I can't go with that greatest team ever assembled stuff. That's not gonna fly with me. Golden State system. You have to remember this greatest team ever assembled stuff started ever since the Warriors won 73 games. It was a different team when Kevin Durant came on. They lost 7 players just to get him. So I can't call that greatest team ever assembled. The acquisition was the biggest in terms of getting KD, but again, and I always go back and say this, if you're on a blacktop and you choose LeBron, you got LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love going up against Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. Who you picking? I'm telling you, I would put my house money on LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. Nets up 10 early over the Clips. They were up 12. Oh, no, don't come with that whole 5 Hall of Famer stuff. No. Draymond Green is not a Hall of Famer. He's only getting it because he plays on Golden State. He's a good player for what he does in that system that Steve Kerr has, especially when they're running everything to Curry. But no, when we talking about legit Hall of Famers, Draymond is good for what he does, but stop it, Clay, bro. Who's the 5th Hall of Famer anyway? Klay Thompson is an all-star. I agree with that. AJ says, do you expect the Cavs to trade Kevin Love in the offseason? They should have traded him already, man. I know he's gonna make the Hall of Fame, but you guys are going off with that narrative. If you really do the eye test, Draymond is not a Hall of Famer. I'm talking about eye test. He's going there because he plays for Golden State. He's got some accomplishments, but to be really honest, he's not a Hall of Famer. It's the truth. It's the truth. When you look at Draymond Green's game and you use the eye test, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's getting there because he plays on Golden State, and he's going to have the years, man. Celtics have 5 Hall of Famers with Bird, McHale, Johnson, Ainge, and Parrish. Danny Ainge is not a Hall of Famer, G-Money. He's not a Hall of Famer. If there was a role player Hall of Fame, Danny Ainge would be in it, but he was a role player. He was a very good role player, but he's not a Hall of Famer. No. Danny Ainge is not a Hall of Famer. He was a good role player, but no, he's not a Hall of Famer. Robert Parrish, yes. Dennis Johnson, yes. McHale, yes. And Larry Bird, absolutely, obviously. Shout out to Johnny Drums in the building. Yes, I do remember you. Yes. Welcome back to the stream. Appreciate you coming through, Johnny. 6 foot, appreciate you. He says Clay is almost a superstar. Nah, I can't even say almost. Clay is an all-star. 2 levels below. Well, he said 2 levels below, but I can't even say no. Kyrie is 1 level below. Kyrie is more of a borderline superstar. Oh, I think you meant Jeff Hornacek. Again, guys, smash a like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network. Appreciate you guys being here. Everybody's just warming up right now. Still the first half. This first half is pretty long. All right, let's go to other scores around the league. So we have, wow, Brooklyn is up 15 on the Clippers. Clippers, what's your excuse on that one? OKC wins by 18, 121-103. Toronto by 9, 109-99, 108-99. Spurs beat the Pelicans 122-113. The Boston Celtics beat Orlando in a tough loss for the Magic after being up by 5 late, 122-119. And then Portland wins a little nail biter of their own against the Philadelphia 76ers. Wow, we had 2 back-to-back good games right here down the stretch between Orlando and Boston and Philly and Portland. They win 124-121. And so I heard Lillard went off and had himself a game. 51 smackaroos I heard he had. 16 of 28 from the field, 15 of 16 from the free throw line. G Money says Grizz and Blazers. Something tells me it's going to be Clay is a great 3-and-D guy playing in that system. All right, so we are back already. So James Harden gets already. Oh, looks like we got a technical foul already. And James Harden knocks down the free throw. So we are back. Started the third quarter. Score 62-56. We are starting this third quarter. So De'Aaron got a technical foul at the end of the second quarter. Okay, so the ball is inbounded. Smash a like, hit that subscribe. James Harden with the rock. He's got the basketball. Gives the ball to Daniel House Jr. Daniel House Jr. stops, takes a step back, try to draw the foul. Oh, wow, give and go. Harrison fell asleep, and he scores a rock, 64-56. The Kings are starting to really start to hurt themselves on the defensive end. So now they're down 8. De'Aaron gives the ball to Corey Joseph. Harrison Barnes gets the ball, kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich then kicks it out to De'Aaron Fox. He shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit the shot. Alex Len kicks it back out. Corey Joseph shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. And now the Kings are starting to settle for 3-point shots. Here comes James Harden, who does a skip to Malou. Puts the ball between his legs. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Takes a step back 3. He misses. He's complaining he got fouled. Yet again, James Harden. Unbelievable. 64-56 is the score. Ball's given to Corey Joseph. Dribbles left on P.J. Tucker. Gets into the paint. Loses the rock. And the Kings turn it over again. So James Harden with the basketball. All right. Dribbles to Daniel House. Kicks it out to P.J. Tucker. Wide open in the corner for 3, but the ball spins in and out. Johnny says, I got a black DeMar DeRozan jersey. Wow. That's what's up. Cool. Harrison Barnes gets into the paint. It gets stripped by James Harden out of bounds, and Sacramento will retain possession. So we are in the early part of the third quarter. The Rockets are up by 8, 64-56 with 10:38 remaining in the third. The Kings will get the ball side out of bounds. That's what I'm saying. If Draymond was on a different team with a different system, I think he'd get exposed. Bogdanovich puts the ball on the floor. He got exposed this season. All right, passes it to Alex Len, but the Kings turn it over again, and Robert Covington picks the ball up. All right, Daniel House decides to shoot the three-pointer, but he can't hit. Rebound to Harrison Barnes. Here comes De'Aaron Fox. They give it to Harrison Barnes. Gives it to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich dribbles, goes behind the back. Dribbles again. Dribbles, goes right, tries to go behind the back, can't go anywhere. Covington playing good defense. He dribbles left, passes it to Len, shoots the floater, scores. Now the score is 64-58. 6-point lead. The Rockets come back in transition. They give it to Macklemore for three. He can't hit. Rebound Alex Len gives it to De'Aaron Fox. Gives it to Bogdanovich. Wanted the three, but Macklemore recovers on defense. De'Aaron Fox gets a wide open three on a pass from Corey Joseph, but he can't hit. The Kings are now 7 of 22 from three-point range. James Harden with the rock. Dribbles, crosses over. Puts the ball between his legs. Euro steps, gets into the paint. He scores. 8-point lead for Houston, 66-58. Here comes Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph dumps it to Alex Len, dumps it in the post, almost loses it. De'Aaron recovers, shoots a shot, and he draws the foul. So he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. All right. Nice Euro step by James Harden right there, getting to the cup to be able to score and give them an 8-point lead as De'Aaron Fox misses the free throw. And it's 66-58 still. Karan says, screw Draymond. I can't stand that guy. De'Aaron makes the free throw, scores 66-59. So the ball's given to James Harden, but he loses the rock. That's another thing I can't stand about James Harden. He's too ball dominant, so he turns the ball over a lot. De'Aaron Fox gets the ball, but he can't hit the shot in the paint off the pass from Corey Joseph. Here come the Rockets. James Harden shoots a three-pointer, but he airballs it. And we got an offensive foul on Harrison Barnes. The Kings turn it over again. So 66-59 is the score, the early part of the third quarter. I mean, nice little shoulder bump right there. So he turns it over. All right, so Covington shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. Bogdanovich with the basketball gives it to De'Aaron Fox. They lob it into Alex Len. Alex Len gets doubled. They swing the ball. Bogdanovich is open for three, and he can't hit the shot. Alex Len taps it, but right into the hands of Daniel House Jr. Daniel House brings the ball up. Gives the ball to James Harden. Gives the ball right back to Daniel House. Dribbles left. Gives it to Ben McLemore for three, and he drains it. And it is now a 10-point lead for the Houston Rockets. 69-59 is the score early part of the third quarter. McLemore's got 15 points. So Bogdanovich, they swing to Corey Joseph. Corey looking for somebody, can't get anybody. The ball's deflected by Daniel House Jr., and the ball goes out of bounds. And the Kings will retain possession. The Kings now find themselves down 10 after being up by as many as 13 in this game. I noticed that Sacramento is always they're like a tale of quarters. All right, so we got a timeout. 8:02 remaining in the third quarter. Rockets with a 10-point lead. They lead 69-59 on Sacramento. Well, my thing is, if Tyson is on the Rockets roster, why is he not playing? And that's because Mike D'Antoni decided to go small ball, which I don't understand. I don't understand why he's on the roster. Wait, Nick Collison is on the team? Logan says, man, Luke Walton is a terrible coach for the Sacramento Kings. I keep saying it. It was amazing to me that he got hired so quickly. Okay, Karam says no. Karam says that he's comparing it to the Thunder situation. Oh, okay, I see. AJ says the Kings shouldn't have fired their previous coach, Dave Yoger. I know. All right, so we're coming back in a bit. Ron says the way things are going, they don't see the King. I don't see the Kings coming back. I mean, there's still plenty of time because the Rockets, they can let you back in games with their shooting themselves. But we'll see. It's starting to look that way. The Kings are not pushing the pace anymore. No, they've been playing kind of slow. Vlade is such a moron. Buddy Hield had his best season playing for that previous coach last season. Yeah, but he's been up and down with Luke Walton, and he got off to a very slow start. All right, so the players are coming back on the port. The small ball tired out the Sacramento Kings. Go Rockets. I mean, there's still plenty of time, so we'll see what happens with Sacramento. All right, so the ball's inbounded by Corey Joseph, gives the ball to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron dribbles, spin move, tries to kick it out, and the Kings turn it over again. All right, so James Harden has got it. Gives the ball to Covington. He fakes, he shoots a three-pointer, and he drains it. And right now, Houston is up by 13, 72-59 is the score. De'Aaron's got it, gives it to Bogdanovich. He shoots a three-pointer, and the Kings miss another three-pointers. They're now 7 of 23 from three-point range. James Harden has got the basketball. Goes behind the back on Robert Covington. Dribbles right, goes to the basket, and he lays it up and in, plus the foul. And now the Houston Rockets find themselves up by 15, 74-59. Actually, the last two games were actually good between Philly and Portland and Orlando and Boston. But I think the Clippers right now, what's the score on that game? They're down 13 to Brooklyn. All right, Covington at the free throw line misses the free throw. All right, back comes Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox has got it. Gives the ball to Corey Joseph. Corey Joseph dribbles left, fakes it, gets into the paint. Kicks out to Bogdanovich, and he turns it over for going out of bounds. Shout out to C-Town22. Appreciate you coming through. What it do? Shout out to C-Town. I get Clay Pro's a Rockets fan, but he don't see the real. Oh, and the ball's deflected out of bounds, and Sacramento will retain the ball. No, Houston will retain the ball, excuse me, because I forgot they're on this end of the floor. All right, so the ball's inbounded to James Harden, and the ball was deflected out off of McLemore, so the Kings get the ball back. All right, Corey Joseph dribbles past James Harden. The ball's given to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is holding the basketball. Let's see. He puts the ball between his legs, crosses over. What's his face? Ben McLemore. There you go. But he misses the jumper. James Harden has got it. 15-point lead. Takes a step back three. He can't hit. Shout out to Clay Pro. Appreciate that, man. Subscribe to the channel, everybody. Appreciate that, man. Again, and make sure to hit the like button as you guys come in. I mean, Sacramento's not helping themselves by turning the ball over, and they're just taking bad threes right now in this third quarter. So PJ Tucker sits out. Austin Rivers in. All right, the ball is given to Harrison Barnes, who then gives the ball to De'Aaron Fox, then gives the ball to Bogdanovich, gives the ball back to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron shoots a jump shot. Okay, knocks it down. So now it is a 13-point game. 74-61 is the score. So the ball is given to Daniel House Jr., who then gives the ball to James Harden. Being guarded by Corey Joseph. Gets a screen from Jeff Green. He gets a switch on Harry Giles III. Harden takes another step back three, knocks it down, and it's 77-61 Houston. Corey Joseph takes it to the rack, and he gets the foul. Looks like it's going to be a blocking foul. So now with that point, the three that James Harden just hit, he just passed Bob Pettit on the all-time scoring list. James Harden is now 38th on the all-time list with 20,881 points. So congratulations to James Harden on moving past Bob Pettit for 38th all-time on the NBA scoring list. 20,881 points for James Harden in his career. So congratulations, sir. Corey Joseph at the free throw line knocks down the free throw. Score is 77-62. Buddy Hield checks into the game. Damn, with 5:51 remaining in the third quarter. Be ready. Thunder versus Rockets first round, and you guys going down. See this? All right, 77-63. All right, and a lob to Jeff Green. Not the prettiest lob, but it was still effective. He scores 79-63, 16-point lead for Houston. Corey Joseph. He can't find anybody. Then gets it to Harrison Barnes. They dump it to Harry Giles III. Covington on him on the left block. Fakes it, post, goes with the right scoop layup, overshoots it, and it doesn't hit the rim. The Rockets come in transition. Austin Rivers has got it. Puts a jab step, shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. Rebound, Harry Giles III. Gives the ball to Corey Joseph. About to reach the 5-minute mark left in the third quarter. Bounce pass inside to Harrison Barnes. Spin move, up and under move. Nice step through move by Harrison Barnes. Score is 79-65. 14-point game. Daniel House goes in and out, brings it back, goes switches to the left, gives it to Jeff Green, who dribbles it off, handoff back to Daniel House, goes all the way across to the left, gives it to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers gets into the paint, kicks it out to Jeff Green for three, but he can't hit. Offensive rebound, Covington. Buddy Hield has got it. Wow, a lot of dribbling, and nobody could get it from the Kings. And it's a lob, but Covington loses the handle into the hands of Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich kicks it out, but instead he turns it over into the hands of Covington. They give it to James Harden. James Harden eludes Corey Joseph. He scores 16-point lead for the Houston Rockets, 81-65 with 4:23 left in the third quarter. So another turnover. 81-65 is the score. 65 is the score. And the Los Angeles Clippers, man, are down 45-24 in the second quarter to the Brooklyn. Oh, no, sorry. The first quarter to the Brooklyn Nets. Wow. There's no excuse for the Clippers to be playing with house money just because Paul George ain't there. That's no excuse. 45 points? That's pathetic. Bro, Joe Harris and Karis LeVert. Joe Harris has 16 points. Karis LeVert has 17 first quarter points. Well, Kawhi Leonard's playing well. But Marcus Morris, Zubac has no points. Landry Shamet has no points. Wow. Wait a minute. G-Money, what are you talking about? You picked the Rockets to go to the Western Conference Finals. You don't get to skate on by talking about you agree with Karan. What are you talking about? Unless if you're talking about something different. Or are you talking about the Kings not deserving to be in the bubble? I don't know which one you're responding to, but if it's with the Thunder with the Houston Rockets, the Rockets are not winning the 2020 NBA championship. I don't know if the Clippers see how the Clippers are playing. That's how I know the Rockets are going to crush them. We're definitely going to see. We'll see in the playoffs. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so it is an 81-65 lead by the Houston Rockets. They are up by 16 on the Sacramento Kings. For those who are tuning in, the Blazers did win their game against Philly. They won by 3, which means that the Kings and the Pelicans are eliminated from playoff contention in the bubble. So those two teams are out. Doesn't matter what they do. I'm telling you, bro. He was so I'm telling you, he's confident, and it's like the Thunder gonna knock the Rocket. Nah. I'm not on this. Hey, Clay Pro, you said Houston's gonna win the 2020 NBA championship. Okay. Like I said, I can't wait till these things play out. It looks like the Thunder are actually gonna play. They're gonna play. Wait a minute. When did Mike D'Antoni coach the Denver Nuggets? He never coached the Nuggets. That's wrong. He coached Phoenix, he coached LA, he coached New York, and he's coached Houston, but he never coached the Nuggets. Put that up. Anyway, the ball was deflected. The Kings will get possession. We got 14 on the shot clock for the Sacramento Kings. Daquan Jeffries inbounds the basketball to Corey Joseph. Corey's got the basketball, gives it to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield crosses over James Harden, kicks it out to Corey Joseph, who gets into the paint. He gets fouled, no call, and Houston is off and running. Here comes James Harden. Dribbles the heck out of that basketball. Dribbles left. Steps back in the mid-range, but he can't hit. Jeff Green with the offensive rebound. He actually grabbed one of the Kings players. But they call a foul. It looks like it's going to be on Harry Giles III. The Rockets play the Spurs next. Believe it or not, that's going to be a tough game for Houston with the way the Spurs are playing. Oh, wow. Nice pass inside. A nice cut by Austin Rivers. It is an 83-65 lead. Buddy Hield's got it. Austin Rivers with 21 points. Buddy Hield shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. Buddy Hield sat way too long for me in this third quarter. And look at him. And, this is only his first shot attempt because he played well in the first half. James Harden passed the ball to Michael Frazier. Michael Frazier kicks it out to Jeff Green. Right corner three. He can't hit. Here come the Kings. 83-65 is the score. 18-point lead. Buddy Hield shoots another three-pointer, but he misses very badly. Harry Giles with the offensive rebound gives the ball to Corey Joseph. He scores in the paint. 83-67 is the score. 16-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Just under 3 remaining in the third quarter. Austin Rivers gets a screen. Goes one-on-one with Harry Giles, crosses over, kicks it out, puts the ball between his legs, gives to Michael Frazier, drives right, goes to the basket. The ball is blocked. Here comes Buddy Hield. Gives the ball to Daquan Jeffries. Gets to the middle, kicks it out to Harrison Barnes for three, but he can't hit. The Kings have gone ice cold from three-point range. James Harden with the Euro step goes to the paint. He scores a rock. It's an 18-point lead again, 85-67. The Kings have stopped going to the basket. They are settling for threes, man. Oh, wow. And they keep turning it over. And another turnover. Austin Rivers, beautiful layup. He scores, and it is a 20-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Timeout, Sacramento. Sacramento playing some real ugly basketball in this third quarter. And the Houston Rockets have opened it up badly right now with a 20-point lead in the third quarter. They are up 20 with 2:09 remaining in the third quarter. 87-67 is the score. Again, guys, make sure to smash that like, hit that subscribe. Rockets versus Kings basketball. Ron says D'Antoni has coached in all those places and hasn't won anything. And the closest he got was with the Houston Rockets just 2 years ago. AJ Marshall says, if this lead holds up, Harden isn't going to have to play in the fourth quarter. I know. Because he's gotten great contributions from Ben McLemore, and he's also gotten it from Austin Rivers and Jeff Green as well. I wouldn't say that the Kings are they're. I mean, people are going to say that they're trash because of their record, and it's also the thing is, man, they need to get rid of Luke Walton. He's not the coach for this team. The Kings have got talent, but it's like their issues are they play to their youth with a lot of the younger players that are on the team. Yeah, Houston becoming a gift for the odds. Jay, shout out to Jay, man. Appreciate you coming through. I appreciate it, man. Just here doing the game. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, back to the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox pump fakes, gives it to Harry Giles the third, but he misses the basket. Rebound to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers dribbles, goes all the way to the paint, passes it to PJ Tucker, who draws the foul. Shout out to Jordan. Appreciate you coming through, my man. Again, make sure to smash the like button, man, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for the Lewis Sports Network. This is sad, man. Sacramento's getting outplayed like this. Sacramento looks like they just don't want to be here right now with the way they're playing in this third quarter. PJ Tucker misses the free throw. It's almost like if they know that they're not getting into the playoffs, that they're just kind of like quitting out there when I'm watching them play. And it's like, yo, at this point, play for pride, man. Just show pride in your city. Like, you're not in the playoffs, okay, but again, go out fighting, go down swinging. You got to show pride, man. Because it's like Jeffries dribbles to the baseline, kicks it to Bogdanovich, gives it to Buddy Hield, kicks it out to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron's got Austin Rivers on him. Cross-court pass to Bogdanovich. He stops, gets into the mid-range, and he shoots the jump shot, and he scores. The Kings were winning when they got the ball in the basket. They got good three-point looks. They got three-point happy, and now it's kind of costing them, man. Yeah, Walton and D-Bach, they got to go, man. And as I say that, PJ Tucker knocks down the three-pointer. It's a 22-point lead. Houston pouring it on 91-69 is the score. Oh, no, McLemore shot that. He's got 18 points. De'Aaron takes it to the paint and scores 91-71 is the score. But see, this is what I'm saying. Now you wait until you get into the paint. Jay says that under a minute remaining in the third quarter, 91-71, 20-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Yeah, the Thunder are my dark horse team in the Western Conference as well. And Jeff Green on the cut. Sets the screen, rolls to the basket. Nice cut. Beautiful pass by Austin Rivers. And Jeff Green scores on the layup. 93-71 is the score. 22-point lead. 35 bench points for the Houston Rockets. Only 25 for the Kings. Bogdanovich fakes. Drives to the middle. Kicks it out to Buddy Hield. He misses another three. He's 0 for 3 in this quarter. The Rockets come back. Here comes Austin Rivers. We got a 2 to 3 second difference between shot clock to game clock for Houston. They are up 22 right now. All right, so Austin Rivers dribbles around De'Aaron Fox, kicks it out over 3 Kings players. PJ Tucker misses the 3. The rebound is set, and that is the end of the third quarter. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, Sacramento had 56 points. They only scored 15 in the third quarter. The Rockets have 32. They outscored them 32-15 in the third quarter. So at the end of 3, the score is Houston Rockets 93, Sacramento Kings 71 right here on the Lewis Sports Network. Smash the like and hit that subscribe. Jay says that the Blazers ending the Kings season isn't helping Sacramento focus on this game either. Jay says CP3 has a leadership style like Zeke, and they're kind of similar too. The difference is Chris Paul doesn't have the championship pedigree. Yeah, they're similar. It's funny because Chris Paul to me is kind of a tweener between Isaiah Thomas and John Stockton in ways. He's a tweener between John Stockton and Isaiah Thomas when I think of Chris Paul. But yeah, man, Sacramento's struggling right now. And again, the Blazers won their game against Philadelphia. So the Pelicans and the Kings have been eliminated from playoff contention. But the fact that you show no pride right now. Look at that. It's crazy that the Washington Wizards, no disrespect to that franchise, but I'm sorry. They shouldn't have even been invited in the bubble. They haven't won a single game. There was no Davis Bertans. There was no Bertans. There was no Bradley Beal. At least I would have did some games with them because at least they're on the team. But there's none of them, and Washington hasn't been able to win a game. Luke Walton needs to go. Vlade Divac also needs to go. Jordan says CP3 is different, and I don't try to rate. He was the future coming out. I'm wasting my time watching a game that is a blowout, except for my favorite teams. Who do you like besides the Thunder, Karan? Or is the Thunder your only favorite team? Well, to be honest, I thought this game was going to be a competitive game, but I guessed wrong on the game because Sacramento decides to play with no heart in the second and third quarters. Because what's so crazy is Luke Walton gets fired from Los Angeles. They waited the entire 3 seasons that he was there with LA. He got fired at the end of the year. But in 2 seconds, he gets a job right away from Sacramento after they fired David Yoger. The issue with Sacramento last year, they just lost close games, but they played hard. This year, they lose close games, and it's because they just don't execute the right way. The Wizards are too young. Pelicans have a bright future with that young core. They have a bright future, but Alvin Gentry has to go. He's not the coach for that team neither. Bro, Sacramento's 7 of 27 from the three-point line after they started the game 5 for 9. After 5 for 9, they're 2 for the last 18. The Rockets have attempted 47 threes, but they're only 15 of 47, but they've made 30. They've got 30 more points. Bogdanović shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. Rebound, Austin Rivers. We're at the start of the fourth quarter, 22-point game. Shout out to the Sports Critic. Appreciate you coming through. Tough loss for your Magic today, Sports. You guys had that game by 5. All right, in the post, wow. Jabari Parker gets stripped in the paint. And now Jeff Green has got it. 93-71 is the score early fourth quarter. Rockets with a 22-point lead. Wow, Jeff Green just drives. Wow, Jabari Parker just lets him go to the cup, and then he was forced to foul him. I've been disappointed in Jabari Parker. I know he's had injuries, but he only really cares about scoring the basketball. And that dude barely even moved. He looked like a big man. He looks a little heavy too. Like he doesn't look like he's in the best basketball shape. Jabari Parker, he definitely had potential, but he's been disappointing in his NBA career. Dave Yoger should have never been fired. I remember a lot. There were some Kings people when I did a Kings video a long time, about over a year ago. They were complaining about Dave Yoger, but you see who they got. They got Luke Walton, and look what kind of job he's doing with the Kings. So Jeff Green knocks down both free throws, and the score is 95-71. All right, De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox has not even sat in this game. Yep. And looks like Michael Frazier got fouled going to the basket. Man, this is nuts. Good aggressive move by Michael Frazier. All right, Michael Frazier at the free throw line. It is good. The score is now 96-73. I'm sorry, man, but even if you find out that you got eliminated, you play for pride. I mean, you could have played some spoilers with the Houston Rockets. I mean, but no. And like they said, and AJ Marshall was right on the money. I don't think James Harden is going to have to come at all into this fourth quarter. Score is 97-75 on the Bogdanović layup. But this is a pathetic effort by the Sacramento Kings. Just pathetic. It's pathetic. Jabari gets a steal. There's still time left, but Sacramento's got to defend. Jabari goes all the way into the paint. Wow, Jabari looks. Wow, Jabari. Yeah, I don't even recognize Jabari Parker anymore. Yeah, Luke Walton is a moron. Yep. This is on Vlade Divac too. The Kings are a young team that found out during halftime, so their season is done with more games in the bubble, pride versus bubble, and you're gonna quit. And they've shown they quit. Yeah, it kind of did. 97-77 is the score. Austin Rivers gives the ball to Jeff Green. Jeff Green with Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers crosses over, kicks it out to Jeff Green. Jeff Green with the three-pointer. Misses the shot. Rebound, De'Aaron Fox. Buddy Hield. Spin move. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Fakes. Buddy Hield goes into the paint. Shoots the shot and gets the bounce. So it's 97-79. Chume, okay, yeah. Once Chume comes, it's I can't wait to see him play. McLemore shoots a three-pointer off the pass and can't get the bounce, so he misses. De'Aaron Fox goes to the floor, scores on the layup. You see, this is my thing, and it's 97-81, so it's a 16-point game. I don't understand why Luke Walton played De'Aaron Fox all these minutes. There was a stretch where he was struggling, and Luke Walton decided never to take him out. But for some reason, Buddy Hield, who helped give you the lead in the first quarter, he sat for a long time. I just don't understand what Luke Walton is doing as a coach, man. I don't understand. This is embarrassing, man. The thing is that they found out that the Blazers lost, so it was like there's no, like I said, at this point you play for pride. At this point, like they're not showing the urgency now because it's kind of like, well, it's kind of like whatever. Like we know we're not in the. You got invited. You lost games that you had some leads on. Like you should have beaten Dallas. You didn't get the job done. I'm sorry, man. No disrespect to Luke Walton, but he's just not a good coach. He's not a good coach. Luke Walton is a terrible coach. So there it is on Bleacher Report 15 minutes ago. New Orleans and Sacramento are officially out of the playoff race in their loss in the Blazers' win over the 76ers. It's crazy how they tried to rig it for the Pelicans. They had the easiest schedule of the teams fighting for the 8th playoff spot, and they're eliminated. I just gotta laugh in Adam Silver's face if I got the opportunity. I'm gonna laugh in his face. And also thank the media for lying about Zion. They lied about Zion being all underweight. He's looking great. He lost weight in shape, and the man came heavier than what he was in quarantine. Bruh. It's a shame, man, and I feel bad for the fans of Sacramento because the fact that they have such a neophyte coach in Luke Walton, and then their players making mistakes in like close games, and I get it, they're a young team, but it's just like the lack of fire that they now are. Like now, there's just like really no pride. James Harden has 121 steals this season. Ben Simmons 119, Andre Drummond 109, DeJounte Murray 109, and Robert Covington at 108. So 2 teammates in the top 10 in steals, in total steals this season. Wow, there's Bobby Jackson. Man, Bobby Jackson was fun to watch when he played with Sacramento. I liked him as a player. That dude had no fear. Yep, that ends, man. And JJ Redick, 13 consecutive. He's been in the playoffs since his rookie year. That comes to an end. All right, so Daniel House shoots a 3, misses. PJ Tucker with the offensive rebound, but can't get the putback. The ball's in the hands of De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, they scripted it, and Adam Silver's punching air right now. Adam Silver's punching air. Try to get LeBron versus Zion, and that ain't even gonna happen. I'm laughing in this dude's face. Anyway, Austin Rivers drives to the basket, and he draws a foul. 8:49 remaining. Scores 97-81 in the fourth quarter. The Houston Rockets have a 16-point lead, and Austin Rivers will go to the line to shoot 2. First time in his career, JJ Redick is going to miss the playoffs. Yeah, but Jay's not a Knicks fan though. Sports critic. He's not. Yeah, they fired Monty Williams and they chose Alvin Gentry. Look how that turned out for them. Zion doesn't have the explosiveness because he is so out of shape, and I blame Alvin Gentry, man. He's a horrible coach. You can tell that he is in it for the check. Yeah. 99-81 is the score. De'Aaron Fox has got the ball, gives it to Buddy Hield, drives to the middle, gets it to De'Aaron Fox, dribbles, kicks it out to Buddy Hield. He shoots a 3-pointer. He drains it. Okay, so we got a 15-point game, 99-84. But the question is, are the Kings going to play defense? That's a long road. All right, and just like that, 3-pointer shot and made by by James Harden. 102-84 is the score. Why is James Harden coming back? And Bogdanovich comes back and knocks down a 3, but it's a 15-point game again. So Bogdanovich comes back and knocks it down. Here is Daniel House. Gives it to James Harden. Gets doubled. Gives it to Daniel House. Wow, and that was a terrible pass by Daniel House. I mean, you throw that pass to his chest, not all the way over his head. So the Rockets turn it over. So Jabari Parker inbounds the ball to De'Aaron Fox. 16 turnovers for Sacramento, 12 for the Rockets. De'Aaron Fox takes it to the paint, and he draws a foul. And De'Aaron could cut this game to 13. Oh, Jay says he followed Ewing and Sprewell. Houston Knicks, they deserve better. Oh, facts. I agree with that. De'Aaron misses another free throw. I know Jay is with the Lakers, man. He's a Lakers fan. All right, so he knocks down the second. 102-88 is the score. Rockets were just up by 22 points. It's a 14-point game. Let's see if the Rockets close out this game. Ball's given to Austin Rivers from James Harden. They dribble. Austin takes it to the rack. Beautiful layup, and he scores. And Austin Rivers, what I like about him, he's not settling for that 3-point shot. He's played exceptionally well. Nice pass right there by De'Aaron Fox on the break to Daquan Jeffries. He scores the basket plus the foul. Wow, they put slow-ass Jabari Parker on Austin Rivers. I mean, Austin Rivers took advantage of the matchup, took him right to the cup. Also, the ball was side out of bounds. Okay, so they didn't count it. So the foul was on the pass. Bogdanovich trying to inbound, gives it to Daquan Jeffries. He gives the ball now to Buddy Hield. Wow, De'Aaron Fox has played this entire game. Luke Walton doesn't know what he's doing as coach. Buddy Hield with a terrible pass, but Bogdanovich recovers the rock. Bogdanovich dribbles on Austin Rivers, takes a side step back 3, but the ball is short. Rebound, PJ Tucker. 104-88 is the score. Here comes James Harden. Dribbles. Goes all the way, goes behind the back, hesitates, shoots it with the right hand, with the left hand off the glass going right, and he scores 106-88, 18-point lead. We got a lob to Daquan Jeffries from De'Aaron Fox, and the score is 106-90, 16-point lead. I just said it. It starts with an L like my name. Austin Rivers has got the ball. Takes a step back three, and he drains it. Austin Rivers is playing well, but he's mixed up his game is what I like. So I can understand the step backs. 109-90. The Kings don't lose the ball out of bounds, but it should be off of De'Aaron Fox, but they're not going to call it. You got it, Sports Critic. You got it. That's his team. Austin's got 30 points. 30 points. So nice job by Austin Rivers off the bench. So we got a timeout, 6:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. The score is 109-90, 19-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Austin Rivers is pretty pissed, and I don't blame him because that ball was off of De'Aaron Fox. 6:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Louis Sports Network giving you. Shout out to Mysterio. Your Lakers on losing streak, so no talk. Oh, man, shout out to Mysterio Entertainment. Appreciate you coming through. This is nuts, man. Like I said, I literally thought this game would be a better matchup, but it just did not happen. Let's look at that Brooklyn Nets score right now. Wow. So the Clippers cut the game to 11, but it's pathetic that you allowed 74 first-half points to a Brooklyn Nets team, a depleted Brooklyn Nets team that's getting 23 and 21 by Joe Harris and Karis LeVert. They have 44 of the 74 points for the Clippers. That's terrible defense. Terrible defense. Kawhi Leonard's playing well. It's 19 first-half points. Lou Williams, 11 off the bench. Yo, the Clippers defense has been garbage. Well, once again, salute to everybody in the chat. The Lakers haven't played great in this bubble, man. They look terrible. Lakers lost to one-man TJ Warren. What's good? TJ Warren is on fire. I heard someone on Bleacher Report that the Bulls are considering Boylen. Wow, they trying to keep Jim Boylen? That's crazy. I know he used to be the head coach of the Magic. Yo, TJ Warren. That's why I wish Jimmy Butler was healthy, because I would love to do Pacers and Heat to see him and Jimmy Butler go at it, man. Especially with the beef that they were able to put over the season. Again, salute to everybody in the chat. I'm not gonna be mentioning it as much, obviously, but if anybody ever wants to figure out how to donate to the channel and stuff like that, I have links in my description box. And then also, because now I can do super chats on my channel, you guys are allowed to donate through the super chat. So just letting everybody know. But again, salute to everybody that's here. Smash the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button as you guys come in. Sacramento scoring went down by a quarter. They started with 36, then they only scored 20, and then they scored only 15 in the third. They've outscored the Rockets right now 19-16, but they're still down 19. All right, PJ Tucker's got the ball. They give the ball to James Harden. James Harden takes another step back three, but he misses the shot. And the ball turns over, and now Sacramento will get the rock. The Lakers can't go into the postseason playing like that. All right, so I'll answer. I'll check your comment in a second, Jay. All right, so the ball is given to Jabari Parker. Poor communication on defense by the Rockets. They fall asleep. We get a dunk by Jabari Parker off the pass from Buddy Hield. I should know from De'Aaron Fox, and it's 109-92, 17-point game. So here's Daniel House, gives it to Robert Covington, who then gives it to Ben McLemore, who shoots a shot, but he misses a shot. Throws up a wild shot. Here come the Kings. Buddy Hield shoots a quick three, but it's way too short. All right, James Harden's got it. Gets a screen from PJ Tucker, tries to roll, almost turns it over, but he actually got fouled right before that. All right, so Jay says, the Lakers are doing exactly what I said they would last summer. Lakers are not making it to the finals. Doesn't hurt my pick, but a Rockets fan still ducked my bet. Clay Pro, I think Jay's talking to you. All right. The sports critic says we need to draft a good shooting guard or trade for one. Yeah, I do need a wing. All right. Oh, wow. De'Aaron Fox gets beat backdoor, and Ben McLemore, scores on the layup. 111-92 is the score. The Rockets look good, but part of the reason for that is because of Sacramento's lack of effort in the last three quarters. And what kind of shot was that by Jabari Parker? Are you kidding me? Man. All right, so James Harden. No, the Rockets have looked good in terms of like Austin Rivers. He's played great. I love the way he's played today. Nice pass to Covington on the cut coming from the 3-point line. The Kings have pretty much they've pretty much given up. It's 21-point lead, 113-92. De'Aaron Fox shoots a shot and he draws a foul. I don't even know why De'Aaron Fox is even still playing. He should have sat out already. No, the Rockets have played well. They've played well. I got to give the Rockets some form of credit. They've played well in the bubble. Shout out to Clay Pro, man, with a wow. Oh my goodness! Shout out to Clay Pro. Clay Pro with a huge $50 donation. Truly appreciate that, Clay. Whether we agree or disagree on your Rockets, though, but definitely appreciate the donation. Thank you so much, Clay. Appreciate that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rockets beat the Lakers. Man, that's crazy, man. Shout out to Clay Pro on the huge $50 super chat. He says, the Rockets 2020 champions, tells people whoever disagrees on Houston being the champions, y'all number one. But FTW, you know what? Y'all know what that means. Dennis Schroeder will come back for the postseason. Oh, that's big. That's big. He's their sixth man. And in my opinion, should be the sixth man of the year, Dennis Schroeder, in my personal opinion. But they're probably going to give it to Montrezl Harrell. I feel like that could be setting up another narrative for the Jabari Parker gets a steal and he dunks the basketball. So it's 113-96, 17-point game. But I think the Rockets will this one wire to wire, though. I just don't see that team coming back. All right, so Austin Rivers dribbles, and he gets fouled on the pass. So Luke Mahamute makes his first action that I've seen him play in the bubble. I don't know if he's played in other games, but I have not seen him really play at all. So this is the first time I'm getting a chance to look at Luke Mahamute. I know the Rockets, they just signed him back. But yeah, man. So Austin Rivers knocks down the first free throw. So the score is 114-96. We got an 18-point lead for Houston, 4:12 remaining. He makes a second free throw, 115-96. Austin Rivers with 32 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. All right, so the ball is passed, and nice layup by Daquan Jeffries, and the score is 115-98. Sacramento's got some new players in the game. Austin Rivers scores on the layup. He's got 34 points. Austin Rivers could get himself 40 if he wants to, which would be a career high. Austin Rivers' career high, I believe, is 36 points. So he's 2 away from that. Yogi Ferrell in the game, shoots a 3-pointer. Nice. Why isn't Luke Walton playing any of these guys? And the score is 117-101. Austin Rivers takes a step back three. Ooh, Austin Rivers is cooking. 37 points for Austin Rivers. He got a chance to get 40. Wow. And he's really mixed up his game. Jabari Parker shoots a jump shot. Yo, Jabari Parker looks terrible, man. Looks terrible. He looks out of shape. And the Rockets turn it over. 120-101 is the score. 19-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Look at this. Look at this, man. I don't know why they put in Jabari Parker on him. He got no shot. He has no shot on Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers jump shot looking well right now. But again, salute to Clay Pro for the $50 donation, man. Appreciate that. All right, Daquan Jeffries, nice pass to Jabari Parker. He scores 120-103. Now, if you're the Rockets, just got to be playing around. Let me get this right. Clay Pro can make a generous $50 donation here, but duck the mod spot bet now and a payroll check bet last year on RB between Rockets and Warriors. Oh, that's right. Austin Rivers for another three, but he airballs this one. Corey Brewer's in the game. Why didn't they put him in for defense? He's a veteran. Luke Walton makes no damn sense. Austin Rivers trying to get that 40. Shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit this time. Austin wants to get that 40. Here comes Yogi Ferrell. He shoots a three-pointer, but he can't hit. Okay, Austin Rivers trying to get those 40 points. I could tell. They're like, yeah, he's stat padding. All right, Austin Rivers kicks it out to Jeff Green. Starts to post up, shoots a layup, and he gets fouled. Jay says he's got Dennis Schroeder winning the Sixth Man of the Year. I feel like the NBA is going to give it to Montrezl Harrell to get that Clippers narrative and say, oh, look who they have, man. They got Sixth Man of the Year, this and this. Yeah, Jabari, he looked like he was having a promising future with him and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Unfortunately, he always got hurt. And then ever since he left that team, he's just not been good. James Harden, he's the player of the game. 32 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. I mean, okay. I mean, he's got a nice stat line, but I would give the player of the game to Austin Rivers. I mean, the brother's got 37 points. It's pretty. All right, man. So a free throw, both free throws are missed. So we got another Houston player. I think that's David Nwaba, I think. Is that? I don't know. But we got new Kings players in. Let me see who that is. Oh no, that's Gapkolo. Oh, he's playing. Corey Brewer's a very good defender and energy guy. Yeah, no, Jabari Parker should have been a lot better, man. Yogi Ferrell drives to the basket. He scores the rock, and plus the foul. We got 145 remaining. Scores 121-105. 16-point lead for the Houston Rockets. I don't understand how Corey Brewer doesn't play, especially when the fact that he can defend. Luke Walton just does not make sense. It's like he doesn't even know his own team. So Yogi makes a 3-point play, 121-106. So we got to pass to Austin Rivers, then kicks it out to Corey Brewer is in the game now. And it looks like there's a foul on Jabari Parker. Let me just check. Let me get back to this Houston game. Austin Rivers changed the game. Yeah, he had 37 points. I actually want him to get that 40. All right, so let me see. Who is this that just scored? He made the free throw. He made both free throws, so it's 123-107. Trying to see who's in the game right now. All right, so we got another foul. 131 remaining. Yogi Ferrell at the line to shoot. I'm surprised he didn't even play. That's sad, man. Oh, Bruno Caboclo. All right. Yogi Ferrell makes the first, makes the second, 123 to 108. Is that Calvin Murphy, the Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy? All right, so Austin Rivers has got the rock. He's got Jabari. Why do they keep putting Jabari Parker on him? Austin misses the shot. Here comes Corey Brewer. They kick it out, and whoever's number 10, he missed a three-pointer. I forgot his name, but I know that's Corey Brewer. Austin Rivers dribbles all the way, goes to the basket, and he scores 125-108. Austin Rivers has got 39 points. Yogi Ferrell kicks it out. They swing the ball. Daquan Jeffries with the three-pointer. He can't hit. The rebound is to – trying to see who that player is. Oh, Chris Clemens. Okay. Austin Rivers has got the ball. Austin takes it to the rack. He scores, and he's got it, folks. Does he get the basket? Or is it an offensive foul? Oh, no, he got fouled. Okay. So, wow, Austin Rivers has got 41 points. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got 41 points. Check it out. Nice. Austin Rivers has got 41 points in this game. So he has a new career high, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's Justin James that missed that three-pointer. Okay, I gotta get used to these names. Austin Rivers, 127 to 108 is the score. Yogi Ferrell gives it to Corey Brewer. Jabari Parker drives. He goes up, and he gets fouled with 38.2 seconds remaining. So Houston looks like they're going to win wire to wire, ladies and gentlemen, and win this game. Unbelievable, man. That's again, guys, make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the Lewis Sports Network. This game is just about over. He said, yo, Clay Pro, you stay dunking. 127, 110. Chris Clemens gives the ball to Luke Baumute, goes behind the back, gets the ball back, loses the rock, gets it back up, puts it up, misses, gets his own rebound, and he scores 129, 110. All right, Yogi Ferrell dunks it to Jabari Parker. Jabari puts the ball on the floor. He dunks it, 129, 112. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. So the Houston Rockets are going to win this game 129, 112. So there's Justin shoots a three, but that's it. And Jabari shoots an air ball to end the misery. And the Rockets win by 17. Total score 129, 112. I know James Harden got the player of the game, but in my personal opinion, it should be Austin Rivers. He scored a career high 41 points. The man changed the game. How does James Harden play very well? Don't get me wrong, guys, but the game ball to me should go to Austin Rivers because he changed the game. So he got 41 points. And again, shout out to Clay Pro for the $50 donation. Truly appreciate that. Thank you. He says, see y'all later. I'm out to finna watch Big Brother. Wait, who's Big Brother you talking about? Ken Bazemore did not play. Oh, there's Jerry Lucas, former head coach. He's now with the Houston Rockets. Again, salute to the Houston Rockets getting this win so they can keep pace. If we look at the NBA standings, that was a big win. They're now 44 and 25. So they're a game and a half behind the Nuggets for the third spot. So in order for the Rockets to play the Clippers in the second round, they would have to get that third spot. Unless if the Rockets stay at the fourth spot and play the Lakers in the second round. So we'll see. And disappeared afterwards. Stay Sharman. The Rockets have clinched the division. Ben McLemore also played well. Thank you for mentioning him, G Money, because he was also big in this game as well. Also, Jeff Green. He doesn't get enough credit neither. Rivers had 41, and at least 30 of those points had impacted the game. I agree. AJ and Ron, I felt like he's the player of the game. I'm surprised that he didn't get the credit, but they're like James Harden gets the player of the game. That's being a little too biased towards James Harden, man. Like he played very well. He got 32 points. He had 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. That's a nice stat line. But Austin Rivers' points were much more impact. I think they were much more impactful because they got the Rockets not only back in the game, but they were able to get the lead. So if you look at the box score, I mean, Jeff Green had 12 points, solid. Ben McLemore gave you 20. James Harden 32, but Rivers gave you 41 points. Then you get Jeff Green 12, 5 from Michael Frazier, 260. The Rockets gave you 62 points off the bench, and 41 of them were from Austin Rivers. 41 of the 62 bench points were from Austin Rivers. Let that sink in. On a night that PJ Tucker only had 1 point, Daniel House Jr. had 2 points. Austin Rivers gave you 41 off the bench, so those were very impactful. So let's look at the standings real quick. In the East, the Bucks already clinched the best record in the NBA, so that the Lakers are not catching them. No chance. The Raptors got their 50th win. Boston is the 3rd seed. They would play Philadelphia, and I'm sorry, but Philadelphia is a first-round exit. The Heat and the Pacers are tied at 43 and 27. So the 4th and 5th spot are, implications. So here's the thing. If the playoffs were to start today, the Raptors would play the Nets and the Bucks would play the Magic. I don't think the Magic are going to get that 7th spot. And I thought that the Nets would have gotten that, but and the Clippers have tied the game after trailing by 21 points. Harden had a nice little stat line, but he wasn't otherworldly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's just showing the bias right there, man. That's crazy. I don't know, man. Like I said, kudos to Harden for playing a pretty good game. Kawhi is going off against the Nets. I mean, he has to. I mean, the fact that, come on, man, like seriously, there should be no way, absolutely no way, that you should be losing like that the way you did to Brooklyn. And like I said, Brooklyn is missing a lot of players. Obviously, they got their replacements. But look, Joe Harris and Karis LeVert, I think they're still stuck on 23 and 21 points. Early part of the 3rd quarter, let's look at the Clippers. Kawhi's got 30 points, 4 threes. This is the best Kawhi's looked in the bubble. I got banned for checking Clay Pro on that bet last year. Oh, I know. So this year I made a mod spot bet and he ducked straight. Yo, it's nuts, man. All right, man. So I'm actually gonna close down this stream. Salute to everybody that came through in this chat. This was not the best stream only because of the fact that Sacramento decided to quit after they found out that they were out of the playoffs. But like I said, we're coming back with D and Lewis basketball. I'm going to try to do the Thunder and the Suns for the early game tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to do I'll try to, and then we're going to do Raptors and Bucks at 6:30. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Juan says, do the Suns have a chance? They still have a shot. They still have a shot, but it probably might be Grizzlies against the Blazers in the bubble. It might be, but it's small, but they still have a shot. I think they're 2 games back, and the Suns have 3 games to play. They have a shot, but it's going to be tough because they have their best shot is probably 2-1. I actually agree with G Money. All right, guys. So once again, thank you for Clay Pro for the $50 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Thank you guys. Continue for the support. So once again, from the Louis Sports Network, I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll do Thunder and Suns, and then I will do with D, the Raptors and the Bucks. So from the Louis Sports Network, man, bless up, live, laugh, love. As Ryan says, we chat together, stream together, family for life. Agreements or disagreements, at the end of the day, it's all love. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll be back on tomorrow. And as I always say, on the Louis Sports Network, and I'm Gone, and I'm gone.
All right, now the Giants' turn to try and answer. And here's Saquon Barkley.